up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Crazy Ant Farm. Oh, man, it feels good to be back. We are going to talk about some...
Did we go somewhere?
Well, yes.
Because I didn't go anywhere.
I was in Carolina, bro.
He was in Carolina. We're going to talk industry news. We're also going to talk some of our favorite Marvel movies. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's going to be
Continues our
hard.
Top five favorites.
That one's going to be hard. But first, we have to give a toast.
Oh, yeah,
to Bourbon Bay.
Oh.
Yes, Bourbon Bay.
Thank you.
We're drinking
Yes, we are drinking.
in the
Thank
spirit
you for
of.
all you do.
Boom.
We're not going to disclose the kind of liquor
No,
we're
we're
drinking
not.
because they will laugh at us.
No, well, I mean,
Yeah, they're
we'll
they're with
disclose the
high-end
type of liquor
bourbon.
when we get sponsored by
They're
that type of
refined.
liquor.
They're like my wine.
Yeah.
They're refined. but I mean,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
No, I'm just, poor.
Look, you're not the only one. We're all poor together in
This
this.
liquor
We're
I
all
got
poor
was free.
together. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Oh, man, free liquor is my favorite.
Exactly.
I'm not drinking what they're drinking, no. I'm drinking Crown.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
They're
Yeah,
drinking-
time to dive in some industry news. Let's do
Oh.
it. Let's
So like, what's not going on?
I
right
know,
now?
That's
exactly.
a lot
Gosh.
going on.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
You see this stuff going on with Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
yeah.
want to talk about it?
Well, come on. Let's
No.
talk about it.
No.
Oh,
let's
come on,
pass.
let's talk
Let's
about
pass.
it. All of a sudden over there,
They have a lot of
Dustin's got
stuff
all
going
like
on.
a
I'm so sick of
seduction
talking about
voice.
Netflix.
What?
How can you be sick about talking about Netflix?
Never get sick
bro?
of talking
Hey,
about
let's
Netflix.
put on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now during the show.
Yeah, during the show. Let's talk
Let's
about
just do a whole
Well,
show of just
okay.
what we're watching on Netflix.
What do you want to start with? You want to start with
The-
because there's a lot going on with Netflix.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. I'll start off with the comedy special releases because
Okay,
that's
yeah.
pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah.
There's 47 half-hour comedy specials that are going to come to Netflix on the same day.
And this is
It's
like
it's all new comics, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
across the world, like different regions and
yeah.
shit. It's going to be really cool.
Do you not feel like this is like a
The stand-up show wasn't that good to me.
You can
Really?
kind of use it, and I'm sure Netflix will love this because Reed and Bob take little jabs at each other all the time. But you can kind of take this from the Marvel marketing tool. Like I feel like that whole Netflix is a joke.
Yeah.
Now it's all been leading to this. Like seriously, they've been pushing Netflix as a joke, and we're all about
Yeah.
comedy, and we're doing all that. And now you got this big, huge 42 comics.
That
and
would make
40,
sense.
It's all been leading to this kind
That
of
would
a
make
thing.
sense.
So,
I want to say on a side note, when I first read that, I thought it was 47 hours of comedy.
No.
Oh yeah,
No. Half-hour comedy specials.
But I mean, they have been making a concerted push,
Yeah.
for comedy,
Yeah.
and a lot of other things too, though documentaries and
Honestly,
and
yeah,
music stuff.
I took a little trip to the kids section and they have a lot of animated kids stuff. I was very surprised.
They really do.
Yeah.
Because
Because you just got to search Netflix every once in a while, see what's new.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
I
What was
like
it,
to,
Despicable Me we just watched?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to dive into the
third one?
documentary
Yeah.
section a lot.
I do too.
And
I had this
everybody
picture in
thinks-
my head of Logan like skipping along and
Whatever.
traveling
no.
to
the kids section.
I took a trip down to the kids section. Da-da-da-da-da.
Whatever, man.
Rainbows.
Jeffrey
and
from
loaded
Toys R Us
boxes.
was there now looking for a job. He was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Um,
R.I.P.
Man,
Toys
why
R
did you have to
Us.
bring up
Right.
that sad,
No, like
sad
seriously though,
moment?
I go into the documentary section, and you think documentary, you think hardcore, serious subject kind
Yeah.
of. But they
How to
have,
make
like,
a murder.
They do have a lot.
yeah, how to. But they have a shit ton of like really cool documentaries
They
about
really
all
do.
kinds of stuff. Some
Yeah.
lighthearted stuff, or like, just everything. And yeah, I could spend like literally days just in the documentary section
Yeah.
watching stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I
And-
watched Paul is Dead. I would never think to watch
I didn't
that.
see
And
that.
then
Is
I
that on
watched
Netflix?
it,
Yeah.
never believing that Paul died. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, they make some really good points. I kind of
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to believe this.
Well, I mean, that guy that's him now probably isn't even him because was like what almost 90 now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I don't
Oh.
think it's really him.
Oh, damn.
I don't know.
Dun,
Well,
dun, dun.
There's a couple that I found in there that I thought were like really great.
Yeah.
There was, and I hate that I can't remember the name of it. Maybe it was called Minimalist, but it's about going into the minimalist lifestyle
Yeah.
or whatever. And it was like just unbelievably
I think Ringo's
informative
dead.
and like really cool to watch. And they had like all these huge people in it
Yeah.
that are living like that. And like I had no idea. And
Are
I'm
they
like,
really
wow.
large people or this?
Would it be
No,
great
really
if-
big and star
famous,
caliber.
yeah, big.
be great
They
if
went
Paul
minimalist because they couldn't fit in.
I
Would
really
it be
like,
great if
uh,
Paul McCartney was actually in fact dead and Ringo was the only one alive?
Oh my gosh. That's the last one.
No, but
Ringo, I think, will be the last
You
one.
think
though.
so?
I do.
Oh.
I
but
do.
it'd be the
The
greatest
big
joke
numbers.
ever. You think Ringo is the greatest drummer out there? He's not even the greatest drummer in the Beatles.
Oh. I really like The Keepers on Netflix.
The
The one
Keepers,
about
yeah.
the nuns and
I haven't watched
shit.
it yet, but
Yeah.
bro,
It's really good.
It's on
really
my
good.
list.
It's really good.
really
And what
good.
was the one with De Niro with Staten Island and Ellis Island? I mean, coming into what was that?
I think that was a short.
Yeah, that
actually.
was like brilliant.
Yeah, that was really good. I
My
forget what
list
that was
of
called.
shit to watch.
Yeah, no, that was really
oh my!
good. If
You
that's
have a
still
list.
on there-
Let me see this
If
list.
that's
Jason
still
has a
on there, it's
list
Robert
what
De
to
Niro, and it's
watch.
about Ellis
haven't-
Island and the immigrants that came over.
haven't seen it.
Oh
Hey,
man,
can you give me a
it's
copy
really
of your
good.
list so I can like have a list
Well,
to
it's
start
not,
off
it's
with?
Netflix and Hulu and
Yeah, it's
HBO.
fantastic.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
like that is amazing that you have a notebook set to the side.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
know,
it's like
That's why
I
I'm
wanna
not
watch.
up to date on them. Still watching NYPD
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah. All right, and another one real quick, and then we can kind of shift gears or
watching it
whatever.
before your game.
But another one that we came across that I'm really enjoying is Off Camera.
Yes.
It's a great interview
Yeah.
series from a photographer.
Yeah.
And he's interviewing, I mean, Michael B. Jordan, Robert Downey Jr.,
Dave Grohl, like
yeah,
everybody.
Dave Grohl, and they're fantastic
really.
interviews. That I mean, they really the few that I've watched so far, and I'm trying to get through them all. He has a way of like, I guess they feel comfortable with him because they've
Yeah.
gone through the vulnerable stage of being the subject of photography and stuff.
Yeah.
But they like have really opened up, and they're telling you stuff that I hadn't heard in interviews
Yeah.
before, and like it's a really good series if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
It's older. It's from a few years back.
2004. Off
yeah.
camera with Sam Jones.
Yeah, Sam Jones. And
So
it's
is it kind of like
brilliant.
how we do it? Because we're kind of a little bit more lax on our interviews
Yeah, no,
and giving
it's just-
someone the chance
look.
to actually talk instead of trying to like
Yeah.
answer 50 questions
Trap
or
is light.
you
It'll
got
take
30
1 hour and
seconds to
32 minutes
answer
to get
8
some calories
questions. They're
belly.
all important.
Yeah.
And they're mostly all about the movie,
Yeah.
not about you.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, if you
very
give someone
conversational.
yeah.
It's
life.
very conversational, and
It's
yeah,
really good.
I love that it's shot in black and white,
Yes.
and it's very just kind of like
Hell
it's
yeah.
it's awesome. So yeah, Netflix.
Netflix.
Now Netflix though we'll bring up in a second because because they could potentially be a player in what's
man.
going down.
Oh, man.
The latest drama in the
Dun, dun,
Comcast
dun.
Disney 21st Century Fox stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
A couple of interesting things here. Apparently, a shareholder, it's a Fox shareholder, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Fox shareholder has filed a lawsuit to try to stop the upcoming vote on July 27th because he says he doesn't have enough information, that they don't know fully a full balance sheet and detailed information about acquisitions and different things to give him an informed vote.
Well, I mean,
I'm
it
like-
says it's like the proxy statement filed on June 28th omits or misrepresents the company's financial projections and the data underlying financial.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's when you say something misrepresents. It's so easy
that a word?
just to say that.
Yeah, well,
This
misrepresents.
guy's slang.
Like, okay, first of all,
Is that the word of the day? Misrepresentation?
No,
first
it's
of
not.
all, it's a projection.
Oh,
Misunderestimate.
it should be.
Underestimate.
That'll be the word of the day now because I forgot to pick one.
It could be. Oh, well, we'll come back to that.
George W. Bush's misunderestimate.
Misunderestimate. But here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. All of this is projected anyway because they don't know yet. They
Yeah,
haven't
exactly.
acquired it, so it's projected numbers to begin with.
Yeah.
And by the way, for this little Fox shareholder, do you want to be rich?
Right, that's
Okay.
the thing.
Because take the stock instead of the cash
you want
and
to-
watch what they do, bro.
Over
like,
years.
like I think you're an idiot for trying to stop this vote. First of all, and I'm going to say it. Contact us if you think I'm wrong. But have you seen? Yeah, Marvel. They bought Marvel. Bob Iger and Disney acquired Marvel back in the day
Yeah,
for
yeah.
I don't know, $4 billion. Just the movies, bro. Just the
the
movies.
movies.
They just announced yesterday crossed the $17 billion mark worldwide. $17 billion. That's more than 4 times an increase in profit for what
Right.
they bought it for.
That was
That's
not intentional.
counting all of the merchandising,
Yeah.
all of the other comic books, all the other shit that Marvel has.
That's insane.
just the movies.
That's insane.
You've seen what Star Wars has done. You've seen
Yeah.
what Pixar has done. Oh yeah, they both had movies come out that are in the top. Oh yeah, still yeah.
Yeah, still
Let
there.
them take your property and your stuff at 21st Century Fox and do that. Okay,
Exactly.
bro? Shut up. Ditch your lawsuit. Just shut up.
Yes.
So that drama's going on, which
Yeah.
I don't think is going to stand up. I think it's a warrantless attempt to stop it to begin with. And I want to know, how much did Comcast pay you?
Exactly.
That's all
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
That's the
Speaking
thing.
of Comcast, apparently they've been silent because they're attempting to get a partner in the buy to outbid Disney.
we need
and-
help, they say.
Yeah, a partner. And here's the scary part, though, that I'm a little worried about because I'm a Disney. I want Disney to win this.
Of
I
course
want
you want
Disney to
Disney
win
to
this.
win it.
But
Yeah.
anyway, here's why I'm a little worried, because apparently the people that they have been reaching out to are the biggie tech guys. Apparently they're trying to partner with either Google, Facebook, or Apple to team up to outbid Disney.
Oh, man.
We all know Google, Facebook, and Apple have more than enough money to outbid Disney in a long
Google
bidding
has
war.
enough. Yeah, Google has
Um,
enough money to put Disney on ropes for
Well,
a little
Apple's
while.
got more than
Apple,
all
yeah.
of them combined in cash.
In cash,
So
yeah, you're
like
right.
so, and now the rumor is that Comcast is doing this entire battle because they want the overseas, the international cable outlets to be able to expand their programming and cable into the international market. That's really all they want from Fox.
Yeah.
And they're doing this huge bidding war and trying to get all of this stuff from 21st Century Fox basically just for that.
Yeah.
And so the rumor is that they're offering these partners, you can have the film studio and the television studio and all the properties. We just want the international arm
Yeah.
to expand our reach internationally. And so the question is, does Apple or Google or Facebook want those?
That's the thing.
You know, they're all making moves on their own to get into the original content
Exactly.
and the streaming and the programming. Do they want?
Well, maybe
You know?
Google would want it because they do, like YouTube is offering a cable provider, but
Right.
do they need that?
Right,
the
well,
thing.
right.
Does
and-
Google need to actually go with a company and sign a deal and have a partnership when they know eventually they'll have it anyway?
Right,
So,
right. And-
like,
and-
that wouldn't be a needing. Apple already had deals with everybody. Apple is very closely tied to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would
yes.
would Apple
go against them?
literally pee on that relationship?
Right,
to
right.
do
And we
that?
had talked about that a little earlier. Basically, Bob Iger fixed that whole contention because back in the day with Michael Eisner and Steve Jobs and the whole Pixar thing, that there was a lot of feud there and a lot of contention there, but that was fixed. And
yeah.
Bob, purchased Pixar and they kind of mended all that. And Steve Jobs' family was, at one point the highest shareholders, the biggest shareholders in Disney,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and sat on the board. And so they've kind of fixed that. So I agree with you. I don't see Apple being the bad guy
No.
against Disney in this
What
scenario.
was the other company? It was Apple,
Um,
Google, and who else?
And Facebook. Now,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh yeah.
I
I
don't
Mark
know.
Zuckerberg just recently got what's he's like in third place?
Yeah, but like
In richest people
I
in the
could
world.
see
People in the world,
Facebook
yeah.
maybe wanting to acquire a studio system.
Yeah?
I could see that.
Oh.
I don't see Amazon. I don't see Apple or Google because they have outlets.
Yeah.
They don't need.
I mean,
that.
Amazon wants a studio space. They're
Oh.
just kind of like, oh, this warehouse not doing so
Right.
good. It's now a studio, no longer a warehouse. They have so much warehouse space. They're miles
What the
long.
heck?
This is crazy.
Am I really like coming across like I'm just happy on life. I swear to God. Somebody just messaged me and said, "Did you drink the bottle?"
Oh,
I'm
shit.
like, no. I'm like, really?
Wait, we
No,
already
I didn't."
Wait, are we live streaming this out or something?
That's
Wait,
so
huh?
funny.
Yeah, first of all, how do they know? Like,
Yeah,
what was I doing? Like, I didn't post anything.
The
like,
hell? No, you
literally,
didn't.
though, I swear to God, look, did you
I
drink the
think he was
bottle?
just.
Like, no.
What the hell?
We
Of
forgot
wine,
to-
probably.
Yeah.
I think we forgot to
I
say
did post the
something.
wine.
Yeah,
okay.
all
All right. Okay, that
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
We kind of forgot to
Jesus.
say something.
So-
we're not at our usual
Fucking
spot.
wine.
No,
know.
we are
Yeah.
not.
We're
But
not.
we are drinking.
We are
Yeah,
We
we're
are
drinking.
drinking.
Yes.
Well, most of us are drinking.
Yeah, most of it.
Sorry.
That was his first sip.
Yeah, exactly.
I talk a lot, okay?
But you mentioned, or do you want to still continue on?
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, Comcast. Here's the real deal, and I think why Comcast is trying to find a partner. I think it's a nice little cover up that
Excuse
they
me.
want to, have somebody get the
Just a
studios
little bit
and all
on the
that.
mic.
The
Right.
real truth is Comcast can't acquire the debt that
Right.
they're
No.
going to have to take on
Yeah.
to win this bidding war.
Exactly.
So they need a big, huge tech company that's got
God damn
shit
it.
tons of billions of dollars
Exactly.
to help them acquire because they can control the debt. They can take on the debt.
Hell yeah.
And Disney knows that. Disney's able to acquire the debt. So, and I mean, there's been numerous articles, Wall Street Journal, all kinds of financial articles saying that if Comcast goes through and wins the bidding war, they will become the most indebted company in history. So, is it worth it for cable, international cable outlets?
No, because I
It's
think
like-
that Disney could just put up a bid
Yeah.
to try overtaking
Yeah,
Comcast.
exactly.
It's like
Hey,
the
that's
thing's
the
the
thing.
stupidest
Yeah,
thing. It's
yeah.
just like Disney
And
goes
here's
up,
the thing.
okay.
Disney, I'm sure Disney's not going to lose this fight because Bob Iger seems
What if?
pretty
Why don't
intense.
Disney just put up an offer for Comcast?
Well, but here, my thing is
Cancel
that
all that out.
I don't
Hell yeah.
think I don't think Bob
We'll buy
Iger-
Comcast and we'll use that money to buy
Well,
21st Century
here's
Fox.
The thing. Here's the thing.
And Sky.
If for some reason Comcast wins this bidding war, Disney's going to get it anyway because if they take on that much debt, they're going to fold
Yeah.
pretty quickly, and Disney will come in and buy them at a garage sale. So my thing is though, is
Will the
that,
government now in that same
well,
thing?
and that's
will the
another
government
thing
let
that you just
That's
brought up,
too
though.
big.
That's a good thing to bring up, though. Comcast also has regulatory hurdles
Yeah.
that they have to. Remember, the DOJ already gave the go-ahead for Disney. They cleared them. They
Yep.
cleared that merger. So Comcast knows they're going to have problems with that.
Oh, yeah.
Another reason why they're trying to bring in, a bigger company. But I think Bob is committed. I think, you read the letter to the shareholders, and it does. Yeah, I don't know what this Fox shareholder thing is, but Bob's letter to the Disney shareholders is very detailed about the plans for what he intends to do
Yeah.
and how. And like I said, if you've paid any attention to Bob's run at Disney and the acquisitions that he's made and what he's been able to do with those acquisitions, if you're a Disney shareholder or a Fox shareholder, you've got to be going, hell yeah,
Exactly.
like bring all that and do that for
Yeah.
us. So
but there's this guy.
This guy.
this guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy, huh?
This
There's
guy.
one guy.
How about
Yeah.
this guy?
There's
This guy. He's trying to hold the whole thing. Again, how much did Comcast pay you?
Are we avoiding his name? Oh, 'cause
So
we haven't. Like,
yeah, I don't give a hoot who he is. I think Disney's going to win this. I
Yeah.
think they're going to win it. How long it's delayed, how long the process is, whatever.
Well, I was
Disney's
wondering,
gonna
is
win
this guy getting like a little money from Comcast to go? Here's a few
Let's call him
$100,000 to
Yeah. Yeah.
hold up the deal
Let's call him
so we can
Summer's
bid
Eve.
you
Let's
out.
never
No.
the deal. Now, my thing is though, is like, do you think it's coincidental that Disney just put out there right after Comcast
Disney's
said,
putting out.
Mini?
Oh boy!
No.
Oh,
boy.
It's Snow White. She had 7 dwarfs.
Man.
Whoa! Where are we going here? Back to the Mouse House.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was a coincidence that after all these stories about Comcast trying to partner with somebody comes out, that Disney announces, "Oh hey, $17 billion
Right.
off that last acquisition." I don't think that was coincidental.
No.
They're trying to send a strong message to the Fox shareholders that we're going to take your properties and do the same thing and make gazillions of dollars
Exactly.
for you.
Well, now on that same point, Star Wars is not performing as well as Disney wants to right now.
Okay, but in defense of that, while
I'm
it didn't
saying-
perform as well
Wow.
as Disney was hoping, it still was profitable.
Yeah.
They didn't lose
do you,
money
they
on
Do
it.
you
money.
realize
Okay.
that Billy D. Williams is probably going to single-handedly save that next movie?
He's coming back.
He
Billy D.
is
Williams coming back.
I saw that.
Get your Colt 45 ready. He's
Yeah.
coming back.
I've been praying for the
I
day.
heard that
Yeah.
Han is dead.
I want my Millennium Falcon.
That's right. I'm coming to reclaim my ship.
And my wardrobe, because he
about-
stole my wardrobe.
How about some malt liquor?
That's
Oh,
right.
my
That's
goodness.
right. So, but anyway, I just think that's my opinion on all that. That's what's kind of going down.
Yeah.
And look, nobody's
long tail
going to
on that
deny.
kite.
Right.
Nobody's going to deny that Apple and Google through YouTube and Amazon and even the reason I brought up Netflix is because apparently they're in the conversation. But I'm
No
not
shit.
sure. Netflix has kind of proven they don't need a studio to be able to compete
Exactly.
with studios. So I think they've got if you haven't watched the interview with Reed Hastings on TED, watch it. This guy's got a plan. He's got a system of what they're doing and how. $8 billion on original content this year. Okay,
That's crazy.
They are hammering it down. They are. Ted Sarandos.
Ted.
Okay, I just want to bring this up too,
Hey.
because I saw an interview with him, and they asked him.
Don't let us stop you.
Right.
I know I talk a lot. But this is important because we're an upstart
Oh, the
company.
mouth talk.
We're
He's
small.
on a roll, fellas.
No. But here's the thing: we're an upstart company. We're small. Kind of nobody knows us. People think we're crazy because we have these big, broad plans that nobody thinks we could pull off and kind of stuff. Very much Netflix back in the day.
Exactly.
And they had this plan. They knew that the DVD stuff was just this is our get-go.
Mm-hmm.
We never intended it to be our business. It's always been the launching pad for whatever we intended
Yeah.
to do.
We just
after.
really hate Blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly.
But my point, they risk, because in this industry especially, and especially for people like us, small upstarts, and you're trying to do it from nowhere, and you're
Yeah.
trying to do it with a small group of people, and it's all about risk. Well, I saw Reed kind of addressed it in the interview on TED, but Ted Sarandos said, because Ted is basically the one that said we're going to do this, and their philosophy at Netflix is Reed made the joke about how I don't make any decisions anymore. I pride myself if I can go an entire quarter and not make a single decision.
Shit.
Their management style is you just go, you run, you
Yeah.
do it, and if you fail but you tried your best, that's okay.
Yeah.
But most of the time it hits and they're all successful. So, Ted was in charge of content, and he comes to him with this idea for House of Cards.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's 13 episodes, and it's, a shit ton of money.
Exactly.
A shit ton of money. And at that point,
How much money?
shit ton.
Okay.
Lots.
Okay, lots.
Lots.
But my point, they're just coming out of the DVD thing. In fact, there's still a little in it.
Yeah.
And if House of Cards doesn't work, they're done. That's it. They just dropped whatever, 100
Yeah.
million, 80 million, whatever that first season was. They're done.
That's crazy.
But it hit. And that's the kind of risk you have to take. That's the kind of thing. So going back to, I think Netflix not so much interested in partnering with Comcast, because
Yeah.
I think Netflix very much has a system, and they like their system,
Yeah.
and they know they don't need a studio system to compete. So, okay. And Jason, because Jason's like, we always talk about Netflix.
I was kidding.
We
I
always
know,
talk
I
about
know.
Netflix.
But they
so-
got it going on. I like their management structure. I like how they do things. I think, to be
Yeah.
successful, you got to be like that. You got to take risk. You got to let free reign. You got to
Exactly.
just go. And we
shit's
hope to
crazy.
compete with you guys one
Really,
day.
and,
Seriously.
really and truly, we talk about Netflix all the time because we always hoping there's like a Netflix associate that will like, oh yeah, we're signing this many studios that can do a
I-
film
like I
so we
said,
can put it on our
I
on our
can't say
station.
enough about their management style and their risk taking and how they do things. It's why they've grown bigger than Disney
Yeah.
and why they are the way they are. And that's our goal.
Hell
We
yeah.
joke all the time, bigger
There
than
you
the mouse. And it's not because we don't like Disney. We love Disney and huge fans of Disney, but that's the goal. You want to set something and go for it, and you got to take
Exactly.
risks, and you got to be aggressive. And sometimes you're going to piss people off. Sometimes you're going to have people say some shit about you. You can't be successful without enemies, and you can't do the thing. But you got to do where you got to get to be who you got to be, and that's what we're all about.
Exactly.
So I
Yep.
think people know that, and we're going to be bigger than the mouse.
Exactly.
Maybe we should change it now, though. It should be bigger than Flicks, or 'cause Netflix is like, they like trying to take it.
Yeah.
They're trying to take it.
Hell yeah.
But-
Hell yeah.
What else we got?
Oh man. Oh, well, you mentioned something about Facebook earlier.
Oh, Facebook, yeah.
Well, all the stuff that went down with Cambridge Analytica scandal.
Yeah, I remember that.
A British government agency is about to sue Netflix for like $500,000 for
Is it
failing to
MI6?
safeguard. Yeah, about to sue them because of all that shit. That's crazy because I mean
That-
they're trying to do so much, but
Yeah.
but
hey,
that
you
is
know, they
going to
get-
be that's going to be a hard thing to prove.
It's
Yeah.
going to be almost impossible to prove. And let's be honest, but to this company's credit, the $500,000, it does say that they're legit trying to sue to get a message across,
Right.
that they're not trying to. I mean, $500,000, Reed probably got that in the back pocket. Like, I'm just saying, he's a billionaire. He's like, here.
You mean
I
Mark?
It's
Mark?
So clearly, it's not a money thing.
Yeah.
They clearly feel like they've been wrong
Yeah.
somehow or done, kind of a thing. But I mean, I agree with you, Chris. I think it's going to be hard to prove, and I mean, in a day.
I mean,
and
it's
age-
Cambridge who sat there and abused and used the system against it. It's like they created something that overrid what Facebook
Yeah.
safeguards
Right.
were. And then, oh, well, now we're all mad because Facebook took our
Yeah.
information that we freely gave
you.
out.
Yeah. Like,
I'm on the toilet.
Yeah.
My stool today was brown with green speckles.
Here's my
I'm
address.
like, we
here's my
gave
billing
all the
information.
addresses, all of our phone numbers.
Exactly. We
Look-
check in anywhere we're at. Like, people could just come find us whenever. It's crazy.
I mean, honestly, though, it's how it is. It's the age that we live in. You can't expect to open up this thing that you call the World Wide Web, this massive infrastructure
Yeah.
of information and everybody putting everything out there.
Thanks a
And-
lot, Al Gore.
And
Oh, yeah,
We
now
all
you
know
know
he created
blame
the internet.
Gore.
but and not expect things to get out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, it is what
Look,
it
I
is.
learned my lesson when somebody I didn't want my phone number to have went on my Facebook and had my phone number and started blowing up my phone and went,
shit.
"Oh crap!
It's
Okay,
on
well that's
Facebook.
going away.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna hide
That's
this
gonna
real
be
quick.
private.
Yeah.
I mean, you had many I got tons of stuff about my personal information being on Facebook. Are you sure you want to share that? Are you sure you
yeah.
want that to be everybody? Are you sure about that? It
Yeah.
asked 18 times.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, now I'm sorry. I think I just stood up on my sandbox on this, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You mean
But-
soapbox?
Soapbox? Oh, yeah, sandbox.
Well, you could kind of sink it to a sandbox.
Yeah, I was thinking. When I seem to stand up on my soapbox, I'm going down my sandbox. Yeah, it's true. But no, we were releasing tons of information and going out there and going, oh, I did this today. I did this. I took
Yeah.
these
Right.
photos. I was with this person. I
Yeah.
did this at this place. Oh,
Right.
here's what I ate. And we gave all that information up freely.
Right.
We wanted to give that up to feel better about our lives and make our
Right.
lives
Right.
more interesting.
Right.
And now it's like,
We're putting
oh no,
we're
Facebook
putting our-
took it away. And
We're putting
abused
ourselves
it.
square in the crosshairs of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's
Willingly.
The,
Yeah,
willingly.
willingly. But here, I feel like here's the thing with these lawsuits and everybody trying to do all this kind of stuff. It just goes back to everybody trying to ditch the lack of responsibility.
Yeah.
You're the one putting the shit out there. If
Exactly.
you don't want
Right.
people to know stuff about you, don't put stuff on there.
Exactly.
You cannot be ignorant enough to think that somebody is not going to get that. If you don't want people to know such and such about
I wish
you,
people would mind their own
don't-
fucking business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't fucking put it
Well,
out
don't
there.
put all your business in a post. dumbass.
Exactly. And another thing.
I've seen breakups happen over
Yeah,
Facebook.
no.
Exactly.
And-
Just
well, and
settle an argument for me.
Exactly. And another thing is that the dangers of, and don't get me wrong, because we use social media and the web and these outlets to progress ourselves and move ourselves and build our brand, and it can be a successful tool. But on the flip side of that, it is what it is. You can post anything you want out there,
Yeah.
whether it's true or not, or whether it's what. That's the dangerous side of
Exactly.
it. I mean, we saw that with Chris Hardwick. I mean, or kind of a, just as an example or whatever, because it appears, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying, but it appears that was not true about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably a stupid question, but do libel laws apply to
Yes,
social
yes,
media?
Yes.
yes,
I mean,
they do.
I mean, like
As long as it's
prosecute,
written,
like
Yes.
prosecutable. Okay.
if it's
Yeah.
written on a computer, you can print it on a piece of paper, then it's like
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know. I'm saying it's like, but is it has the law reached that to where they?
Actually,
yes.
there's been
Yeah.
several Facebook cases,
Right.
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know if it's a written word, it's libel, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually
Yeah.
being prosecuted.
And
mean,
Jason
you're
brings up a
writing
good
it on
point,
there.
because a lot of people don't know defamation. There's two different forms of defamation: slander and libel. Slander is said, libel is written.
Right.
And a post on Facebook, if the person that you've said something negatively about, because the argument is, and what most people's defense is when they get sued, is that it's their opinion and they
Yeah.
have a right to their opinion. That, to an extent, is true, and that is freedom of speech.
Yes.
However, if the statement is false, while you claim it's your opinion, but if the statement is false and it does damage, meaning somebody loses a job, somebody loses something over, it's libel, and
Yeah.
it's not protected by free speech, and it can be sued for. So all you ignorant, dumbass people calling out people and saying stupid shit about people, careful. I'm just saying. 'Cause,
Don't sue me, but you're assholes.
Yeah, but That's an opinion.
Yeah.
Actually,
Nah, it's a
Mike
fact.
is killing me.
Actually.
Y'all ever watched or heard of the show on Showtime, Penn and Teller's
Yeah.
BS?
Yeah.
Bullshit, yeah.
On that show, they called people assholes or they called them
Right.
Yeah.
mother effers, whatever.
Yes.
The point of that was so they don't get sued because you can call someone an asshole, but if you call them a cheat, a fraud, and a
Right.
swindler,
Right.
you
Yes.
can be sued
You
because
can
that's
be sued.
defamation.
Yes.
That's
or
why I choose my
libel.
words wisely.
Exactly.
Or
you have
or
to.
a con
Douchebags.
man.
Yeah, or that, yeah. You know, so that's the dangerous side of it.
Yeah.
So you have to use it responsibly. But again, it goes back to that personal responsibility.
all my
and we've
profanity
seen this in
responsibly.
society with all kinds of things. Just
Yeah.
the
It's the
lack
best way to
of
use them.
Yeah.
personal responsibility
Yeah.
anymore. Don't put stuff out there.
Exactly.
You know, that's the best way to avoid these lawsuits. It's the best way. Zuckerberg shouldn't be worried about it. Why is Zuckerberg? I can't believe I'm saying this, but and I'm not trying to defend Zuckerberg in any way, but why is Zuckerberg taking all the heat and going before Congress saying I'm fixing it, I'm doing my best, blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
It's the
he
social-
didn't post the shit.
It's all
You
Jeff.
did.
It's all Jesse Eisenberg's fault.
It's all no, but I feel like Eisenberg is going.
You mean Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg, sorry, Eisenberg. That's an interesting combination. That's Zuckerberg. Sorry, thank you. He's going before Congress
all
and doing
Aaron
all this
Sorkin's
shit,
fault.
basically taking responsibility, but he didn't make the post.
Exactly.
You know, the people whose shit was taken
Well, here's
made
the-
the post.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing: what people don't understand when it's a free service, you are the product.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
reason Facebook makes a lot of its money is by advertisement
Right.
and selling
We
your
sell ads,
information.
Senator.
to ads. We sell
Exactly.
ads.
We sell ads, Senator. But here's my thing, and maybe I don't know, maybe just everybody who had this problem with Cambridge Analytics or whatever, maybe they're just all idiots. I don't know. But Cambridge Analytics, the app that they use to take all this information,
Yeah.
was like any other app on Facebook.
Is it true
It
that they're
asks you?
the Winklevoss twins owns that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
I mean, and I think everybody here uses Facebook on a regular. You guys know.
The Winklevi.
An app asks you for permission before
Exactly.
it does anything. It
Exactly.
says, this is going to share this. This is going to get your contact list. It asks you. So if you're stupid enough to
Well-
want to know what color your aura is, and you click yes, and then that company that made that dumbass app gets your information, that's on you.
I lost my
Shit.
job because my aura was brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
I wanted to know what my aura was, and now they have all my personal information. Well, you said yes. You gave them permission. That's
Well, what's
Yep.
yeah?
be smart. Be smart about it.
Exactly.
Because they,
I mean,
they do
Or just
these-
don't give a shit
Wait,
if
wait,
someone.
wait, wait, wait. How many times have you clicked OK? I have read all the terms and conditions of this app and
Oh, yeah.
You
or phone
know
or
how
product.
many times I've read that shit? None, and I just click OK, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't put anything out there I don't want people to see.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think most
I read them
people
all
do that.
because I have loads of time.
You have that much
Loads of
time?
No,
Well, and
I don't
plus,
sign anything without reading it. Yeah, well, yeah,
There's
that's
all kinds
no.
of privacy
Yeah, that's
settings.
bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah.
Zuckerberg sitting there
They
explaining
can-
it all to Congress.
Mark Zuckerberg could be coming for my kidney tomorrow.
No,
How, I didn't watch any of that, but how did he? How did he?
I thought he handled himself.
Apple's
extremely
getting
Yeah,
well.
but did he have to kind of like treat them like really older adults?
Yeah,
like in the-
Yeah,
kind
oh,
of.
yeah.
so he's
yeah.
like the
Oh, yeah.
internet
Yeah.
is this thing that.
And
like,
I'm
it
not
has
gonna
explain the
call. I'm not gonna
cloud.
call the senator out by name, but I'm just gonna
Oh,
say.
why not? He's a public official.
No. I'm not gonna call him out by name. But there seemed to be one particular senator that seemed awfully worried about the connection between Facebook Messenger and the texts
Yeah.
on your phones, and were they linked? I'm just saying he hammered Zuckerberg on that a long time to find out.
That's
Were
his.
his text messages being data mined
It's
by
like,
Messenger? And I'm like, dude, do you have something that you texted
Yeah.
that you don't want? people-
Exactly.
Because he seemed
Was it
really
Anthony
concerned
Weiner?
about that.
Or maybe he
No.
was just. Oh man, that's a. That joke.
I just
was
watched a
little
documentary
over.
on him. That was pretty interesting.
Oh really?
That's hilarious.
I was about to say like the reference on that.
It's
Was a little
called
dated.
Wiener.
It's called Wiener. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Facebook isn't worried. Obviously, they're about to do a reality TV show with Cristiano Ronaldo. For
Yeah.
worth like $10 million,
Yeah.
which is it's going to be beautiful because it's going to be in Italy. That's where he just got transferred in his newest trade. He recently played for Real Madrid, which I mean, obviously is in Spain.
Oh, is this a soccer guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I was like, I was kind of
Alright.
clueless there too. I was like,
Soc-
what?
Big
makes
time
sense.
soccer
Oh,
player.
well,
one of
over
the
there
best
it's
in the
called
world.
football.
Yeah,
and
football.
They're
Football.
they're more obsessive with it than we are. At
Dusty, how many
football.
more days till football season?
Like,
Yeah.
That's right.
but
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They're obviously not worried. I mean, if they're
No.
gonna
No,
invest
no.
in a
But
reality
it's
TV
just that
star,
if you make a lot of money,
Yeah.
especially on something that was free, like
Yeah.
Facebook is essentially it's free to anybody out
Yeah.
there. If you make to be the third richest person in the world,
Yeah.
you got a huge target on your back for anybody
Well,
whose
that-
pockets
yeah,
are light.
that's just, let's go back to it. It's about when you become successful, people want to tear you down. You know, and he became successful. He figured out the ad shit.
Yeah.
Like Twitter and all these other people, they're trying to figure it out, but Zuckerberg has it.
Yeah.
And he's figured out how to take a free product,
Yeah.
sell ads, and become one of the richest people in the world.
Exactly.
And now he's a target because people don't like successful people.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with that, by the way? Why don't people? Isn't that the American dream?
haters gonna hate, bro.
Yeah, to be successful.
No, the
right?
American
It's
dream
jealousy.
is just to have the 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Yeah.
picket fence.
Yeah.
That was the American dream, not to become mega rich.
They
no,
hate him
for just
because
to have
I
their
believe-
average low middle class.
They hate him because I believe we can all agree we're all like the Winklevoss twins. We all came up with Facebook ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tom had it first with MySpace.
Oh my God, MySpace.
I just think it's hilarious that Tom became a member of Facebook.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
MySpace
I like looking
was
through
gone.
my CDs of bands
I mean-
I've gotten and going, hey, look how old this one has. It has their MySpace page on
Oh
it.
my god.
I was not friends with
I
Tom.
love.
I removed him.
By the way, who loves this conversation?
Yeah.
I mean, guys.
Everyone
this
but
is-
Emily, who probably doesn't remember MySpace.
I had a MySpace. Thank you very much.
Shit.
Remember, you have to talk your
For a
top
hot
five
minute,
or
I
your
had a
top 10.
MySpace.
And listen, the reason I love our podcast so much is because, and I want to encourage our listeners. Give us feedback. Respond to us, because I know everybody has opinions. You know, you gotta like what we're talking about.
Right.
I'm
You see
loaded
about
with
around
them.
the room, we all kind of have very heated opinions or thoughts on things. We know you guys do. Tell us. You know, if you disagree with us, if you agree with us, maybe you expand on something.
Maybe
Let
you have
us
a
know,
different
man.
point of view
Let
that
us
we
know.
might need to take a
Yeah,
look
let us
at.
know.
Exactly.
That guy Jason's a real fucking prick.
Who has a fucking notebook?
Because I know I might come off like that sometimes.
No.
It's okay.
All right.
Yeah, they usually have a thing called watch list where you can put in and watch later and make this list where you have digitally like what you're
Oh,
supposed
that
to
took
want
me
to watch.
months to do, dude.
Yeah, I know it did a lot of
Speaking
work
of-
in that.
AT&T, right? We can't talk about all these giants without AT&T. Congratulations, Reese Witherspoon. If you're a big Reese Witherspoon fan, she just signed a mega deal with AT&T, and she's
Huge.
going to be doing a series of a
Huge.
streaming service.
Huge.
So that's exciting.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know,
AT&T streaming service?
she's developing a channel.
Oh. okay.
Nice.
So congrats to her.
Hell yeah.
That's everybody's kind of making the moves. Jason Momoa
Exactly.
just signed a huge deal with
Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
He's going to be starring in a series for Apple.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean everybody's just like who was it that just signed a long-term deal with Netflix? Somebody
Was it Jason Bateman
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
for film and TV?
Yeah. So he's bringing his shingle there. I guess. I mean, the success of Ozark. I mean,
Exactly.
like he's like, no, I need to stay here. Shonda Rhimes just posted a picture. If you guys didn't see it, of her new office space. You know, at Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, they take care of people, man. I
Exactly.
mean, they're doing it right. So, but yeah, so many moves by all the biggies. It's
Yeah.
going to be really interesting to see. And remember, there's a lot of junk still on the table after this Comcast 21st Century Fox Disney thing. MGM. Like
Wait. Did you
CBS
just
Viacom.
Did you just say junk on the table?
Well, I mean, junk as in the sense
I mean,
that, you know, like...
Yeah.
No. We try to stay away from junk on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that
it's
kind
like-
of junk on the table.
We already
Yeah.
finished
So
talking
that's-
about Anthony Weiner.
But it ain't over because, like I said, I think consolidation is going to go.
That's so
And I guess to wrap up the whole studio thing real quick before we dive into other industry stuff, music and all kinds of fun stuff, as somebody who, and I think most of us here can attest to that. I know not you guys, but one day you guys will. The Hill.
The
Oh
Hill.
God.
Okay? The Hill. Hollywood sign.
Oh.
That
Oh,
Trek.
yeah.
Shit
Yeah.
Okay.
sucks.
Oh
It's
my
awful.
God. God bless the
Oh, it
people who
can't
run
be
their
that
asses
bad.
up there.
It can't be that
Oh, it
bad.
can be that bad.
Let's go.
No,
it can't.
We don't need water.
Yeah.
Listen.
Come on, guys, you can make it.
Whatever city officials, neighborhood officials, community, state, whatever has to happen to let Warner Brothers follow through with that plan.
Yes.
Let them do it. Say yes. If you guys haven't been watching or paying attention, Warner Brothers Studios has proposed an idea to build what they call the Hollywood Skyway, which is basically going to be an air tram from their Burbank studio to the top of the Hollywood Hill.
That's crazy.
And there's going to be a giant visitor center with a new lookout over the Hollywood Hill.
How cheesy
and
would
over
it
the
be if
Hollywood sign.
it went through one of the O's?
Yeah, that would be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that would be
But-
bad.
That would
That's
be
the O.
lame.
For anybody who's tried to make the trek up behind that hill and get that view,
Bruh.
I mean, it's
Come on,
it's a
guys,
trek.
it's gonna
It's
be an
rough.
epic picture.
Have you played Grand Theft Auto 5? Have you
Yeah.
ever tried to get the car to go jumping through the hole?
Yeah.
He's
It's
like-
not one of the hardest things to do in Grand Theft Auto 5.
$100
You know
million.
what? You know what?
Yeah.
Because of Grand Theft Auto, I should have thought because I actually did it on foot
Yeah, on the game.
on the game. And, I
Sorry,
should have known ahead of time that was probably a
We're-
bad
this
idea.
isn't gonna work.
Yeah,
I've already tried.
Even the guy on Grand Theft Auto was getting tired.
Yeah, he's like, but you had him sprinting the whole time by tapping A.
Yeah.
no. Okay, so listen, to avoid them getting tired,
attacked by
let
wolves.
them do it. It's
Exactly.
$100 million.
Exactly.
And Warner Brothers is going to foot the whole bill, the whole $100 million to build it and do it.
Yeah.
That's a win-win. And I mean, look, is it nice for the people that want to get to the hill? Is it nice? Because, I'm guessing it's either going to be a
I mean,
really
how much is it going to
Well,
cost
that's-
for
no,
like
no, that's the
$100,000?
thing. No, I
$100
think it's
million?
going to be a really cheap ticket to probably like a train ticket or a bus ticket or something like that to go back and forth.
Yeah.
But the idea behind that is that they're building it right next to the parking garage and the entrance to their studio lot.
Yeah.
They're going to increase traffic to their studio lot. They're going to get more people to go to their studio tour because you're going to get all these people grateful for, and you'll probably get a discount.
Nope, sorry, just going to the Hollywood sign.
No, but think about it. If it's good marketing and it's smart marketing, if you
Exactly.
buy a studio tour ticket, you get a free ride to the Hollywood sign.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win for
I
everybody.
mean, how
Just do
many
it.
like wannabe actors are going to be running that tour?
I'm
I wonder.
right.
That's all I can imagine
Yeah.
right now.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
Like,
Just
soon,
in the lift.
Soon, everybody has my script. All right, now
Yeah.
we're gonna.
Good job
Exactly.
to look into.
That's the way it's done, man. That's the way it's- I want to
goodness.
drive the tram, though.
You-
I wanna drive
Drive the
it, yeah.
tram is like everybody that's on this tram. Have you read my script?
Right,
said it-
and
Everybody
then-
likes it.
What did they say?
Oh, if you don't, I'm
Yeah,
gonna flip
they
this
said
thing
it would
over.
be about a 6-minute ride from Burbank
Hang on,
to the
fellas.
hill.
Hang
Yeah.
on, everyone. It's going to take us 2 minutes.
If me or Emily drive, it's going to be a whole lot faster than 6 minutes. I mean, choo, choo. But,
Redefining the term bullet train.
Hell yeah.
so anyway, let them do it. That's
Yes.
just my opinion on it, but let them do it.
Hell yeah.
We're going straight for the sign.
Oh my goodness.
Let's hope this shit stops.
Now this next
Coming from
one.
Warner Brothers, Speed 3, the air tram, to Hollywood
What do
sign.
you
Ludicrous speed. Go.
What do you do, hotshot? What do
Oh
you
my
do?
god.
So anyway,
Yeah, this next one's gonna be a fun one to talk about. How do you guys feel about Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Maniac
Alright.
playing a
Yeah.
maniac.
I do
just
think
fine.
I think he can pull it off. But I
Yeah,
just have to
no,
see,
there's no. I
it.
think
Yeah.
you can pull it off by just
Hell
walking
yeah.
on the set.
I just
I
have
can-
to see it.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And going forward with the Jared Leto projects, I think it's gonna be weird having two Jokers.
It's going to be weird. It's
Well, technically, we've always kind of had two Jokers. If we look at the animated series with Mark Hamill and then
Yeah,
every
I
other
mean-
Joker
yeah,
beside.
yeah, but to
Honestly,
have-
when I think about the Joker, I think about Mark Hamill's voice because that's just what I
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
remember it.
it's a
with.
great
It's-
Joker.
yeah.
Constant
It-
debate.
I
that
wish-
have with people at work is who was better, Nicholson or Ledger. I'm like, you can't compare either one.
It's
It's
two
Mark
different-
Hamill.
two
Right,
different
exactly.
Jokers,
It's,
yeah.
it's two completely
Exactly.
different.
No, it's Mark Hamill. I'm
Worlds.
sorry. It's Mark Hamill.
Right. But
It's
if
Mark
you
Hamill.
saw
You left
Joaquin
it as a
Phoenix's
feather
latest
falling
film,
down.
the Amazon film, if you saw that film, Bring the Hammer, get the hammer, hashtag get the hammer. If you saw that, you have no doubt he can pull off the maniacal, twisted, kind of out there kind of a character. And from what I understand, this one's going to be set in the 80s.
It's going to be an origin, though. It's
Yeah,
probably going to be
it-
much more about him being the Joker. It's
Yeah.
going to be about how he became the Joker.
And they said it's a gritty, dark origin story set in the 80s. And they said it's as much as it is an origin story and about the Joker.
It's got to be pretty fucking good, and I'll tell you why. There is no definitive origin to the Joker. Even the Killing Joke wouldn't be... The
Right.
Killing Joke wouldn't really be a lot of Joker shit.
Right.
No, yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So, but they also said it's one of those message films like, if you do the wrong shit, this is going to happen.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like when bad shit after bad shit after bad shit happens to you, decisions that
One
you make.
bad day.
Yeah, kind of turns this. So it's one of those kind of films like if you can make all the right moves or wrong moves, and this is what's going to happen. So I think it's going to be great. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's an out there actor. I think he's got a shitload of talent.
Well, shit, have
And
you
I
seen
think-
I'm Not There or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
If you
I
were
think-
here, if you were here,
If you were here,
is
yeah.
it the one
Or
on?
I'm
think-
Not There,
No, no,
which
no,
is
no,
the
no,
other
no, no,
project.
no. The one that he did that
Oh,
was
the documentary.
his
Yeah, the
performance art piece.
Yeah.
The one he
Oh,
showed up on
yeah.
Conan and going,
It was
I'm
on
not
Letterman.
doing movies
Where
anymore.
his
I'm
long
becoming a
hair-
rapper.
Yeah.
I'm Not There.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, I think it's going to be good.
I
And,
would really love to see a Joker like they were talking about. What Heath Ledger's Joker was like a PTSD victim
Well, that's what
that
a
went
lot
to
of
the
people are
big
making.
degree.
That's people's
Speculation.
theories.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
And some people said that
that's-
he might have been in counterterrorism interrogation.
Oh shit.
Which would mean like he can make big plans and
Yeah.
not know what he's doing,
Yeah.
like, and be extremely crazy just
Yeah.
because, yeah.
I don't know
I'm-
if there was that much thought put into it. It just
I'm-
really seems that way.
I'm pulling
Well,
for
that's because
Yeah.
like
Um,
when Chris Nolan did those movies, he gave Heath Ledger a lot
Oh, yeah.
to play with. He just went, "Here's the second team. Go ahead and do whatever."
yeah, he
Yeah.
gave him his
Yeah.
own cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pretty much directing his own part.
Yeah.
which inevitably maybe sort of kind of
What hurt? Yeah, I know,
hurt him
I
in the
know.
end. But,
I don't buy that for a second.
I think he got lost.
He was a
dude.
tortured soul before that.
He was.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
That's
say
why I'm
torture
saying I
soul.
think it just played into it.
I
dude.
just
Yeah.
I don't buy into like I think Jack Nicholson said something like I tried to warn him. It's like come on.
Yeah.
No, no,
Like
no.
it didn't fuck Jack's head up. It didn't. It's like
Yeah.
it's a fun
you-
character to play.
You called it though.
Right.
He was tortured before
He
that.
had a drug problem
if
before
you
that.
have
Yeah,
a drug
exactly.
problem and you're dealing with some tortured shit and you're not mentally stable to begin with, then it could affect you.
And look around.
I think
well,
they're
not
looking
just
at the
a drug
wrong.
problem.
I think making out with your best friend on screen is going to keep you open, keep you awake at night.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that
But
it's just
think about like
compounded.
also the people he was hanging around with.
Right.
Who was right there right when he died?
Olsen.
and Olsen
Yeah.
twins.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
The
Just
one,
saying.
but the one that's on heroin.
Yeah.
Apartment owner and drug dealer. I don't know. Did we just go there? Now, see, that
Oh.
could be.
God, Bob Saget must be crushed.
Oh my god.
You think Bob Saget's crush
No.
when he goes on stage and just pretty much
I
yells
know,
about
I
his
was-
dick and
yeah,
Full
I
House?
know.
Full House.
No.
His dick.
There
that
were
was
stories
on Full
about him
House?
telling dirty jokes to the kids when he
Yeah.
was.
I mean,
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of dirty
Look,
jokes and stuff
I mean, we
happening in
don't
the
know.
background.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know, and I mean, it's interesting. I mean, to play a demented character like that, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows what
I
it
would
does or
love
doesn't
to
do.
play that character.
Right?
Um,
Like, well,
I'm
as we
excited,
saw
though.
from your picture that you posted,
Yeah.
makeup with the Joker, that was
Yeah, I
awesome.
agree.
Well, I
I
just,
want this
I
one to work.
actually, I had to do that because I didn't want it to. I quoted the Nicholson poem,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I was like, I didn't want to put that without that because like family that doesn't know anything about it is like,
Right.
are you okay?
Yeah, they're gonna another thing going back to social media.
Yeah,
Like,
are you
post
okay?
something if
So
you're
I had to
posting a
like,
quote.
all right, this is a Joker line.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've quoted like song lyrics, and my religious grandmother was like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
wrong?"
Is
Yeah.
everything
I mean,
Yeah.
well, because I
alright?
was at that particular time, I was feeling down, but I
Yeah.
did not want to.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
want to like. That's not what that's about.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
But yeah, but yeah, all
I
goes
just thought
back
it was
to
a cool
social
poem.
media.
I'm pulling for it though.
Yeah,
I
I am
want to
too.
see DC succeed. I did.
I think
Somewhere.
it's going to be in that
Somewhere.
streaming services where all their success is going to be.
I agree with you.
I hate to say
wholeheartedly.
it, but like for DC to really succeed is pretty much like stop the movie side.
and just,
Just
focus
stop.
on TV.
or hand it all over to Patty Jenkins.
I think what they should
that would be
do.
Just saying.
crazy.
I think what they should do is try to go a route that Marvel has and keep it dark, and incorporate all of it into one thing.
Yeah, but dark, but not
Marvel's
too dark.
not-
You don't
Mar-
want to
Marvel's
take.
half stepping on the TV and
Yeah.
TV to movie trends. Like I think DC. First of all, I think we were all in agreement on this that Grant Gustin should have been the Flash.
He should have been the Flash.
I mean, just have all that be together.
Exactly. As a one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
okay,
think
okay.
that DC went too dark.
stay
It's like
dark.
you took the Man of Steel, and
But
you made gritty dark. It's
I
it's Superman.
I don't know,
He's
but
supposed to be
I like-
like.
But in this day and age, how would people really react to an alien from outer space with powers like that?
But okay, but let's
They would be frightened.
They would
let's
be
think about this though. The reason that I think the TV side
He had to
works
earn
so
his
well,
place in the world.
the reason
that's
that I think the
understood.
TV side works so well is because while it does deal with serious subject matter and it does sometimes have a dark tone to it, it's also comedic.
Yeah.
They figured out the balance on how to
Yeah.
make it fun and laughable
Right.
and serious. And I think that's the reason why Wonder Woman worked so well, because it figured out what Marvel had long figured out. You can have a serious movie with serious undertone and still make it funny.
Yeah,
you
right.
can still make it real. And I think if the DC
Look
movie
at James Wan
universe,
doing Aquaman. He's not known for his comedies.
no. But here, honestly, I think the best move that DC could make, that Warner Brothers could make, if you want to have a successful movie side to it, take Greg Berlanti, take Patty Jenkins, and hand them the DCEU, and just let them run.
I think the Birds of Prey movie is going to be
Yeah.
But
R-rated.
Yeah.
the way you were going
Oh,
about
shit.
that, that's kind of like in the beginning time. In the beginning time.
In the beginning time.
Well, when
the
Marvel
time
and DC
before-
were making, at the time, DC, all the heroes were flawless. All the heroes were Superman.
Right.
They had the only thing bad about Superman, he had no character flaws. He had a weakness of kryptonite, but that wasn't a character flaw. In Marvel comics, everybody had character flaws.
It was real.
Yeah.
It was real. Spider-Man was always scared. He's a teen growing up. He's
Exactly.
dealing with the loss of his uncle.
Right.
Just many
Tony
different
Stark had
points.
alcoholism.
Yeah.
Tony Stark,
Right.
alcoholism.
Bruce Banner, split personality,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
And the ever
Jekyll and
tortured
Hyde.
soul.
Yeah.
Can't, you
Captain
know,
America can't leave Bucky alone.
Yeah.
He always has to go looking for Bucky.
Man Out of Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
and all the time.
But listen, even Kevin Feige said it. Like, I mean, when they ask him, and I love the fact that he won't criticize anybody. He's like, that's not
Yeah, that's
who
not-
I am.
yeah.
It's not the right thing to do. Because they keep asking him, what would you do? What would you do? And he's like,
Yeah.
it's not me to do. But even he said it. The pinnacle of what started it all, and still to this day, what he builds from. And Patty Jenkins said the same thing, and even went so far as to do, homages in
Yeah.
the film, Wonder Woman's film. Is Superman the movie?
Yeah.
It's the movie that all of them are built from. And if you go to that structure and use that structure and you do your movie, it doesn't matter what you build around it. If that core is that, you're going to be successful.
See-
that's what Patty Jenkins did. All the Marvel movies, you can think all you want of different.
You could go either way. You could start from a starting point of Superman, the Donner Superman, or the Tim Burton Batman. You can start from all that, and
Yeah.
or if you could have just started all from and just out of Chris Nolan's Dark Knight series, it would have still worked. They keep backpedaling on it. That's
Well,
what they're doing. That's where
yeah.
they're going wrong with it.
And,
Yeah,
and they get
yeah.
they're
They're not going all in.
handsy. They're getting their hands into it. Like instead of letting the director and the writers and the team work on the movie,
What-
the executive producers and DC's coming in there going, "No, we're gonna have to change this. Oh, you're gonna make
Yeah,
that part
that's my
funny."
thing with it.
What's
I
the
feel like
worst
it's
that
not
can happen
working
about
so
doing a
much.
Suicide Squad movie that's freaking R-rated
Yeah.
and dark and has all the things that and they have the Joker at his worst,
Yeah.
worse than Heath Ledger's Joker,
Right.
in terms of rating, it's like, what's the worst that can happen? Everyone will fucking love it.
Yeah, but here's my thing though, and I think that movie, as much as I love, Margot Robbie and it, I think it's going to be a disaster, and I think it's because DC, who's ever running the DC film division, keeps making the same mistakes over and over. Why are they doing the rated R? Because Logan and Deadpool were successful, so let's jump on a quick
Right.
rated R movie.
Well, that wouldn't be the one I would
Well-
call for an R rating on, not
Yeah.
Birds of Prey, but Suicide Squad would have
Right,
definitely
but my
earned
point
an
is
R
that
rating
now
on
they're
it.
jumping on the R bandwagon because they've seen it can be successful. That's not why you do it. You do it because it's a solid R movie
Exactly.
that
You go all in on grit. If you want to do grit, you go all in on it. Don't have a test thing. And a few people didn't like. Well, we need to change this because it's too dark.
right,
Well, it was fine the way. Now
I
you
can
have like a
understand.
patchwork film
right.
that's you can clearly see there was
But-
plenty of reshoots.
Right.
Again, though, you brought up a good point. All of the DC TV side has proven it constantly. They've matched Marvel in the sense that you can have drama and comedy
Right.
and make it work. Patty Jenkins proved it with Wonder Woman. So that's my thing. Like go that route. If you want to fix the ship, if you want to get it back float and steer, go that route.
Had these characters for 80 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Marvel's had Disney has had Marvel for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouldn't you have
like,
had
what are you
that
doing
down?
That's my thing.
This should be ahead light years ahead of Disney.
I think it's just
Agreed.
all in the wrong hands. I think really, and I'm a huge fan of Greg Berlanti and what he's been able to build.
he was
on
going to do
this-
the Flash movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. I really think that Berlanti has a strong hold on what the characters are and who they are and what they're meant to be. And clearly, I think Patty Jenkins had a strong feel for what it is. I just think you got to put it in the hands of the right people. Clearly, Marvel picked the right people. Favreau and Feige were the right people to
Exactly.
build that empire. And you have to find those people who not only understand the film side of it, but also the comic book side of it and have a passion for the comic book side of it. And Berlanti and Jenkins seem to have that.
Right.
So give it to them and let them do it. You know,
Agreed.
I mean, that's,
I agree completely. Shit's crazy, man.
yeah. It's going to be interesting to see because, you know, like you said, they're going to reboot all these things. We're going to have 85 different versions of all these characters. And it's like, no, just pick a version and go with it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like,
having kind of a vintage version of some characters every so often, and then having the modern version. That's
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
As,
but
as far as the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix is like, I think it can't be bad. I
No,
just don't know what angle they're going with.
Right.
That's the thing, yeah.
What are they trying to do?
Exactly.
And listen, and not just DC, not just the DCEU or Warner Brothers, you know, with their properties trying to do. To all of the people out there trying to emulate Marvel's success with the universe. You know, that the monsters, you know, with the Universal trying to do it.
Well, now
And-
I think that's flat now. I don't
no, it's flat. And then Paramount now trying to do it with all of the properties from
Right.
Hasbro and all that.
I'm
kind of
actually
stuff.
looking forward to that.
But just stop. You are.
I want to
not-
see a Mask movie.
I honestly think.
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
No, but
we had a Jim Carrey mask movie, right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
Mask, Mobile Arc Strike Command.
I
It's all
honestly
great
think
story.
that-
Yeah, I know. was
Yeah.
just
I mean,
going with
and
the
you guys tell me if you
cool
disagree or not, but I think that the cinematic universe, if you will, you know, the combined, it was a once in a lifetime hit. They got it. They did it at the right time. They prepped for it. They just. I don't think you can emulate that again.
Yes.
I don't.
Well, honestly,
think-
I felt like all of the
That's
drive
an old
came
picture.
after the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, I mean, you know, comic book people were going to go see like
Right.
the first Captain America,
Right.
the first Iron Man, and the first Thor or whatever. But the first Avengers really like kicked everything off
Yeah.
for him and like, whoo,
Yeah, I just don't
skyrocketed.
think all these other filmmakers, though, and all these other film companies, these studios and stuff, you're not going to build a combined cinematic universe
Right.
and ever match that success. So don't do it. Find your thing and
Exactly.
do it. You know,
It's conceivable. You just gotta follow that model.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically,
But that's
you can
just-
make a better cinematic universe. I think Marvel's left it to where there's a lot of more room
see,
to make
the-
a better thing because even the Marvel movies kind of, I mean, before Ragnarok and before the other movies, they kind of had the same formula. Not
Well-
saying the formula didn't work.
Right.
They went with what worked really well, but it's the same movie
but here's
over
the
and
thing,
over
though.
and
When you
over again.
said use the same model or whatever, because
Yeah.
I just saw Feige do an interview, and the fact is they don't have one. He said that every movie that they've made in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is not the movie that we saw
Right.
released. He's
Right.
like, just literally 2 weeks before Ant-Man and Wasp hit the theaters, it was a different film.
Right.
It literally, they make it, they screen it, then they go back and do it again. Then they screen that version, and then they go back and do it. He's like literally weird. It's a constantly evolving project until the time it's released in the theater.
Wow, I
did you
would
stay
think
until
that.
after the credits were?
I did.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
That
Well,
was-
the
I
commercials.
know.
I
The
tried to
very-
I tried to warn you. He's like, don't bother
The
waiting.
very
for that.
end, I was kind of shitty. I was
Yeah.
like,
Don't
that-
wait. Don't wait for the
it-
y'all,
end.
no.
No.
What are y'all doing? This
No,
is
we
not
didn't- we
what
didn't
is
say what it
worth
was.
it.
I'm saying I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but
No.
But
No.
Just
Shut
say-
it.
just
Just say
leave,
it.
leave after the
No.
mid credits
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
the
Leave
mid
after the
credits. Then
But-
yeah, you're good.
That's where
the
the
point I
money
was trying
shots
to
the
make
mid credit
is-
thing. And
No, now you just said money shot in the mid credits thing.
Yep, that's right.
You know.
Yep, spoiler.
But here's the thing, though. Going back to
That wasn't the spoilers.
it wasn't the spoilers. If you want to know the spoilers, watch Is It Worth It?
right.
It's up now on YouTube and CrazyAntFilms.com.
That's right.
My point though is that they don't even have like a real formula
Exactly.
to do it.
They're just
While
doing
they
it.
have a strategic plan of it's this leads to this to this to this.
Right.
It's just they're going and running and gunning as they do it, and would they find out what works or doesn't work,
Exactly.
literally all the way up till release. So. I
That kind
just
of
don't
like
think-
let's make a movie on the edge of our teeth and release it the day after we just got done filming it. It's like wow, that's kind of. I mean,
It's a little
talk
sketchy.
about risk and
Yeah,
reward
it's a
system
like,
over
like
there.
the second part of Avengers Infinity War wrapped, right? But they're getting ready to go because they did what I just said they did. They're getting ready to go back and do a shit ton of reshoots
Right.
and stuff because they did what they did. They screened it. Okay, this is working. This isn't working. We're going to go back and reshoot this. And I'm sure before it comes out next year, they're probably going to redo that film 80 times
Yeah.
before we see what actually
Yeah.
comes of it. So,
God, I can't
Long
wait.
story short, you pick a model and you stick with it. But they had a model. DCEU had a model, and then they backed off of it.
Yeah.
and that's where it all fell
Yeah.
apart.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I can see that because you can see that with the first Superman, which is what Man of Steel,
Yeah.
and then you go from there and you go with Batman versus Superman, but then you could hear how much like who's the director?
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder wanted to back off the project
Mm-hmm.
because of
They
how
kicked him
much.
off.
Oh, they kicked him off.
Yeah,
shit.
that's just coming.
I mean, that's crappy.
out.
It's like you hired a director. He's supposed to be there to finish the movie because he has a vision
Right.
of the movie, and you have the cinematographer who's supposed to take the director's vision
Mm-hmm.
and put it on film.
I can give you an indication of how Man of Steel was okay the way it was, and if you could take a movie like
It's all right.
if you could take a movie like Justice League, and you could still apply this darker Superman,
Yeah.
but and even they have some of the darker Superman in Justice League, but then you have, the funny like he's carrying a building where I think the Flash is pushing a car.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, that's funny.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like you can do both.
Yeah.
They just it was just a
No, what
shitty
they need to
project
do is
hasn't
they need to
clicked
walk
yet.
up to Seth Green and the guys from Robot Chicken and go, "How would you make
How
a
would
movie?"
you make this?
And then you get the really dark guys, and how would you make a movie? And then you get the normal guys, and how would you make a movie? And
Hell
you take
yeah.
a script and combine all three of these different scripts, and how would you take it? And
Yeah.
you create a movie
Well, I mean-
where you have a little bit of the comedy,
Exactly.
you have a little bit of dark grittiness,
Right.
and then you
Well-
have something more of like more.
This.
Well, this would be
You just
this would
gotta
be
find
the
the
this
right
would be the last thing I
time.
say about it. It's like, the thing I
balance.
liked
Yeah, the
about
balance
Marvel is
there.
that
It
it
was the
wasn't
balance.
like
Exactly.
the MCU wasn't like the DCEU,
Right.
and the DCEU wasn't
This
like
came out of
Marvel.
nowhere.
Right.
I liked it that way.
I liked it that
I
way.
rathered
too.
it that way.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
And again, huge congratulations to Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, John Favreau, Robert Downey Jr., and all of them people because
Rocking and rolling.
it's unprecedented.
Yeah, and
20
then-
films, 20 number one,
Box
opening
office,
weekends.
yeah.
And you
It's
have different,
unprecedented.
yeah,
Never
and
been
now
done
you having
before.
different directors coming in there
Yeah.
and making different movies. Like I
Yeah.
love
Exactly.
how good Ragnarok is. It's so much
Right.
different from the last two
Ooh,
Thor
Neeks did-
movies.
It's so much
and
different.
$17 billion.
much good, so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
different.
20 consecutive number one openings and $17 billion. Somebody's doing
That
something
guy,
right.
that directed Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's,
he was
he's
on
New Zealand, and
he was
he's-
on Flight of the Conchords, not one of the two guys, but he was
Yeah.
in Green Lantern as his buddy.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Hal Jordan.
That's
Oh, you
funny
want
as
to see how
shit.
good it was? Like, there was hintings with that. So What We Do in Shadows was his movie before that, where he wrote it with one of the guys from, and the dude starred in. They both starred in the movie.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
so funny, and you can see his beats. You
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
exactly how Ragnarok went is what we did in the shadows. It had
Yeah.
the kind of same beats going on,
Hell
the kind
yeah.
of same awkwardness, but it was so funny for just a simple low budget movie that he got
Exactly.
done with the tourist dollars from New Zealand.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
This is a good conversation because our top 5 this week, our top 5 favorites,
Top
five
boy.
Marvel
are the
movies.
top. So when we get there, that's the not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
You'll
gonna be a
know.
good.
am I just gonna look? I'm about to look up
Good
just
week.
Marvel,
Yeah, you
Marvel
gotta
movies
go.
and just go like, here's random 5 for
Exactly.
me.
Yeah, I
It's
put a
gonna
lot
be
of thought. I
hard.
put a lot of
I
thought
still
into
don't
mine.
know, to be honest. I
I-
think I know my 1 and 2, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm
Ugh.
just gonna.
I put
All right, now
so
this week.
the bottom ones are probably going to be, well, I mean, I don't think they're going to be shocking or anything, but you'll see.
Yeah, you'll see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
have to stop.
And
'cause
is that-
I don't have Wasp, and I haven't had Infinity Wars yet.
Are we
Man.
gonna do? Are we gonna do
Sorry,
from the
just don't
bottom
have
up?
them
Or are we
yet.
gonna do like?
I
my number
agree
five,
from the
my
bottom
number
up.
four?
I think you should
like
make
to-
it-
I like
if
to
you
start
want-
at 5 and go.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you want to go
Cool.
either or, I think I'm going to go the other way.
Yeah.
I think we
Alright,
should all do it the way we
Whatever you
wanted.
guys want.
All right. What else you got?
But you got, well, I know Jason saw Scarlett Johansson star as
Yeah,
a
this is a juicy
transgender
topic.
character.
Warning! Take a sip.
yeah.
We're about to get controversial here.
Okay,
All right,
good
this
shot.
is a deep subject right here. Okay,
well,
that's a deep subject.
yeah.
I don't even think I have a
But
sip left.
It's
in
an
this
important
ice.
one, though. I think there's valid points on both
Drink
sides
my
of
ice.
this.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
here. Ooh, I can drink your ice? Okay.
Yeah,
But anyway, it seems like a lot of transgender
Oh.
actors and
I know.
are upset about this situation because they feel as though a transgender should be cast as this particular person.
Okay.
Which,
I got a question.
go for it.
How many known transgender actors are there?
I know the one of Orange and the New Black.
Right.
Oh, there's
that's it.
plenty of them out there. I mean, you
but
just
how
have
many
to.
are known?
Right, right.
Yeah.
How many
Well,
are famous?
It,
How many can carry a film?
Yeah,
well, okay,
that's the thing.
and that's the thing that we were talking about earlier. And for those of you who don't know, Scarlett Johansson has been cast in the role of a famous transgender,
Yeah.
basically gang leader,
Her voice
kind
is
of a
deep.
person.
The story's kind of
Oh.
cool. Like the
I think she
was
could
not
pull it off with
expecting
no
that.
Yeah, no, the
problem.
story's very cool.
I
But it-
feel a little funny about it, but
I mean, but it set off a firestorm.
What type of funny? Hold on, this is not that. What type of funny?
because
type of
it's
funny?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's
Exactly.
a dude.
Yeah, but
she's super.
here's the thing, though. It
I don't know how I feel about that.
it set off a firestorm amongst the transgender community and the LGBTQ community because they feel like you guys are constantly hiring straight people to play transgenders, but you're never hiring transgenders to play straight people. And why is that? And
I can agree with that.
while I agree with the validity of their argument, for me, I think it doesn't come down to am I going to hire a transgender to play a transgender, or am I going to hire a straight person to play a straight person, or vice versa, whatever. I'm going to hire the best actor.
Yeah, it's all about your ability.
If you can show me, in this particular case, because we're talking about Scarlett Johansson and what was going down with Scarlett Johansson and all this kind of, if you can show me a transgender actor who is at the acting caliber or level of Scarlett Johansson
Exactly.
and can carry the film like Scarlett Johansson will be able to do,
And
cast them.
and convincingly a woman.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Whoa.
cast them. But if they're
Whoa.
not,
He said,
yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. What do you got?
Whoa.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah.
She did not pull Ghost in the Shell, and everybody got mad that they casted Scarlett
that's-
Johansson
that's-
in a
yeah.
role
But
that's supposed to be for someone who's an
That's a
Asian
Japanese, but it's a
ethnicity.
Japanese anime story.
Right,
I don't know why they
right.
casted her either.
Exactly. But my point is,
But that's
that,
the same thing. Like I don't know. I think she
There are
attracts
plenty
the
of
roles
Japanese
that's going to get her.
actresses.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all for diversity, and I'm all for casting.
Yeah,
the right
definitely.
people
I'm all
the
for
right roles and
diversity,
everything.
but not for diversity's
But it
sake.
comes
Well,
down
no, the
to
reason why they casted her was for the storyline they wrote in there that
Right.
she was supposed to look more American
Yeah.
to hide her where her character or her ghost came
Yeah.
from.
But the point
that
I'm
was the
trying to
point,
make,
but it was not done well.
yeah,
And
The point
Yeah.
I'm trying to make, though, aside from whether she should have been Asian or whatever, for me, the point I'm trying to make is that it should come down to who is the best possible person for the role.
Exactly.
It kind of goes back to what we had also talked about a few weeks ago on the show after watching an interview with Michael B. Jordan about how Michael B. Jordan started only going to audition for roles that called for white men because he didn't want to be cast as a black guy because he's a black guy.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm just going to audition for white roles, and then they're going to give it to me, and they're going to change it to a black guy.
Exactly.
Who's this?
Michael B.
Oh,
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
And it goes to that.
That's-
You shouldn't be.
That's not why I got
Black
Human
Panther.
Torch. Though.
You shouldn't be cast.
I don't even want to mention Black.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
But
We
my
wanna
thing is,
mention
you
that.
shouldn't be
That's
cast
on my favorite 5. No,
for
I'm kidding.
any other reason.
No.
No,
I mean, tell me if you guys agree or disagree. You shouldn't be cast for any other reason than you're the best person for the role.
I
that
agree.
wasn't why
I mean-
Michael B. Jordan got cast for Fantastic
No,
Four.
that's not even
I know.
the realm of what I'm trying to discuss.
That was Josh Tranks's guy.
I'm saying that he didn't want to be just subjected
Yeah, I
to,
understand, I know.
I'm casting you because you're
Right.
this. You should be cast because you're the best
Well,
for
if
the
you
role.
think about it in sports terms, if you're a football player coming into the league, who's going to draft you that they're going to look at you and be like, okay, this is the position we want. We're going to pick the best at that position.
Right.
So why not pick the
It's like,
best actor?
Right.
Los Angeles picking up the King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
So while I'm all for
I don't
diversity.
want Lonzo Ball to get
I think we have a long way to go with casting with diversity.
Agreed.
And I'm talking race, gender, sexual preference,
Everything, yeah.
everything.
Agreed.
We have a long way to go. But you
Yeah.
shouldn't be cast because of that.
Agreed.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
like when
I mean,
you add
someone
in a
was
character.
someone was comparing. They looked at movies and then they looked at population, and they looked at the diversity in movies and at population, looking at the same graphs,
Right.
and they matched.
Yeah.
Primarily, most movies are done by white actors, white male actors. That's because
Especially for done
of,
in Egypt.
That's because of the diversity of our country is mostly white males.
Right.
I'm sorry, that's just kind of how it happens.
Yeah.
It's not
Tom Hanks in
something
a
bad.
remake of
I
Boys
mean,
in
we
the Hood.
shouldn't stop. We shouldn't.
That's the alcohol
Yeah, it's
talk.
not. Yeah. Oh, it's the alcohol.
That's the alcohol
No,
talk.
it was-
He said Tom Hanks and Boys in the Hood. I'm like,
Oh.
No, I was like, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I just kind of just ignored that. I
Alright.
guess I ignored that. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Yeah, Tom Hanks rolling up on Snoop Dogg. Snoopy.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That would have been an interesting Forrest Gump in the
Life
ghetto.
is like
Yeah.
a box of edibles.
Oh.
Mom always said.
Yeah, Forrest Gump is
Only
now-
eat 2.
Oh my god.
Me and Shaniqua went together like 40s and malt liquor.
Let's have 5.
Instead of the bed squeaking, it's a bunch of gunshots
Yeah.
going on. He's sitting out on the porch rocking. It's like, go, go, go. You're like, oh, shit.
Hey, those are pretty good. Give me 2 more.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yes, the actors should be cast for the
Yeah.
right role because of their ability to act
Right.
perfectly for
Yeah.
that role.
Right.
Agreed.
You're not going to put a linebacker in as quarterback.
Exactly.
That's
Bro can't even throw the
Cam
ball.
Newton or something. Is even big.
Yeah, freaking goodness gracious. But
I mean, and you shouldn't just write. I mean, some roles you do have to write to a certain ethnicity, but
Right.
some roles can go either way.
agreed.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson's played a lot of characters that didn't have ethnicity written down,
Right.
and then he filled in the role
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, and Darren goes with like your comment about Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ghost in the Shell has already been written. It's like
Yeah.
it's a already
It was already written. It's
an
already been
already
made.
it's an already. I'm saying it's an already present and made project before it went to film.
yeah.
Yes.
Now, if it's something that's completely original, then it's completely ambiguous to whether or not it could be a man or
Right.
woman, or it could
Right.
be anything. It's like, but like you can't do a biopic and be mad. I mean, this never really happened, but you can't be mad that like a white person was picked to play Nixon.
Right.
Exactly.
But like,
You know,
but, we can,
I mean-
but we can look at the past and go, maybe putting the Duke as Genghis Khan was maybe a bad idea.
Right.
Like that was not good casting.
Charlton Heston is Moses. I mean, he's in
Yeah.
Egypt, for
Yeah,
Christ's sake.
that was maybe not the.
I mean, have you been to Egypt? I mean, I haven't, but I've seen
Yeah, no.
pictures.
Right.
Kind of on the subject, though, just kind of on the subject, and we won't stay here too long on it. But
Yeah,
another thing that drives me crazy is when they change a character or add a character as if they were just trying to meet some quota.
Yeah, they try
Like-
to.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, this character's now gay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, really, out of nowhere? Like, they're just gay this
Exactly.
season?
Like Sulu is gay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even Sulu thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like
And he's
if you're-
gay.
If you're doing it to try to show that you're being inclusive, that's ridiculous.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, don't write a character in for no other reason than to include
Agreed.
or not include. That's ridiculous.
Diversity, but not for diversity's sake.
Exactly. Like, you can. Don't change a character or add a character for that sake. Like, again, going back to Berlanti with Love, Simon, he did a great job with making a film about a gay character. He didn't just take a straight film and change it to a
Right.
gay character to try to be inclusive.
If
he
I-
wrote a film about a gay character.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I sit down and I'm writing a screenplay, I'm not going, gee, who can I not piss off here?
right.
Right. Exactly.
But
Like-
like, question on that, on the same thing, on Modern Family,
Yes.
you have the two gay characters.
Right.
Right.
One of them in real life is not.
Right.
He's actually teased on set for playing gay for pay. That's
Right.
the joke between the two characters. How no one rose controversy about that?
Yeah.
Well, but
I mean, it's so
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson going out there and playing someone transgender. She's trying to diversify her portfolio
Yeah.
and maybe trying to go after an Oscar bid with
So
this.
Brokeback
Exactly.
Mountain should have been two guys who were actually gay instead of straight men.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's-
just saying. Like,
yeah, that's
it's
basically-
not-
okay, that's
it's
a
not a fair
valid
field.
point.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Yeah.
Why is the hype going down over Scarlett Johansson playing a transgender? And forgive me if there was any kind of a throwback against Gyllenhaal and Ledger. I wasn't aware of it, but
Me
neither.
why
I
didn't
wasn't.
anybody throw a fit when two straight guys played?
Well, they
two
didn't
gay
get the
guys?
Oscar.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. I mean,
don't know
you're
if
right.
that
That's a
had-
valid point.
That is
like,
a valid point.
You know, I mean,
It's not fair overall. It's like, oh, we picked this. It's like, oh, we're gonna go after this person and we're gonna fire him. We're not let him go on movies. But it's okay for Roman Polanski to rape a girl,
Yeah.
and then we're fine with his beautiful movies. I'm gonna have an issue with that unless you're gonna be
Exactly.
fair about it across
Exactly.
the board. You can't just go, well, he makes beautiful pictures and he does this.
Yeah.
This. It's like, no, you
Well,
can't.
It's like stop
I
it.
mean, you
No.
know, and I think we can wrap this segment up on
Yeah.
just we have a long way to go.
we have a
Agreed.
long way to
We
go,
have a
and
long
I'm a
way to
fully
go
agree.
still. As much as we've
Yeah.
come forward and we've seen a lot of great movement happen and a lot of things, we still have a long ways to go.
Agreed.
So
Very much so. But anyway,
But
Indiana
anyway.
Jones 5.
Indiana Jones 5.
Yes.
Wait,
That-
we're going to 5.
Yeah,
Harrison
we're
Ford
at
will be 127
That's what
years
I'm
old.
saying. They
Like,
then they just it was supposed to be released in the summer of 2019,
Come on, you
but
know,
now
you know that he's only doing this to kill off the character.
My God.
No,
I thought
the
that was
character might
Crystal
be
Skull.
dead before they get to
that's
it.
what
I
I'm
mean, like,
saying.
What's the point of Crystal Skull? I mean, I thought that was supposed to be him retiring the role.
well,
Yeah.
okay. Here's the thing, though. Everybody's making this. big
Shia
huge
LaBeouf.
thing.
That was the point of that movie.
Here-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
well, that-
it.
It was supposed to hand it. It was supposed to hand it to Shiloh, but Shiloh.
Hey, Shia,
threw
shut
the
up.
bag.
Do it.
Do it and go on.
Yeah.
No,
Do
but
it and leave.
Everybody's kind of making this big. Oh my gosh, the blah. But I mean, the real story is Disney changed a bunch of film schedules.
They did.
Indiana Jones just
Yeah.
happened to be part
Part of it.
They changed the Marvel release date too.
Is
and they
that,
just,
is that
like,
under Lucasfilms?
Huh?
It's not under Lucasfilms.
What?
Indiana
Steve-
Jones.
No,
It's-
No.
no. I'm saying though, Disney,
Oh,
their
it's
whole
under
release
Disney, yeah.
schedule,
But
they
that's-
changed a
They
bunch.
changed
Wait,
a whole bunch of
Indiana
shit.
Jones is Disney?
No, it's not Disney.
No, but it was
Paramount.
moved because of
Oh,
yeah.
'cause of
Whenever
this-
any
Yeah.
studio makes moves to change dates, other
Everybody
studios
else.
make
Everybody,
moves
yeah,
Okay.
adjusting.
Competition,
to
yeah.
adjust.
Exactly.
Well, I felt retarded
That's
there
the
for a
real
moment.
secret. I mean, I think that it was pushed because they
Yeah.
they have to.
But
strategic-
honestly,
Sorry, that's not-
the
that
only
shouldn't say
reason
that. I felt
I wanted to talk
dumb.
about this is because bro just crashed his plane. What, last year?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
will he survive until
that's
then?
twice now
Yeah.
too that he's
Yeah.
crashed his plane.
Exactly.
Well,
Like,
and you
What
know,
about the
he's
one he
so
did in 5
old.
days and 6 nights?
yeah.
Oh,
the
man.
truth
He's
is
just-
though, I think I read in that same article,
That was years
he
ago.
will be just
Oh, Air
shy.
Force One?
He will be just shy of his 79th birthday.
Damn.
When this film is released.
That's
Hey.
crazy.
Like,
You could still be an archaeologist at
I mean,
75.
We okay.
Not with the
all
whip
seen-
and fucking a gun.
Oh,
like,
man,
it's so
listen,
crazy.
we've
Well,
all-
with a gun,
walking.
yes, a gun you can, but not with
That
a
I
whip.
mean,
no.
that's
We've
just
all
crazy.
seen the technology. We know they
It's
can.
true.
We know they can young him up a
Just to
bit.
give
That's true.
But I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, because we were talking
Indiana
about the other
Jones
day.
and the Temple of Felt Wheelchair
Right.
Ramps.
Well, we were talking about the other day, freaking with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, you can continue making all these
Yeah.
films with the CGI
Yeah.
because
I
you can just
mean,
age them up or age them down.
yeah.
Yeah, but then you're in the.
I had no idea that Gordon Gekko was married to the girl from Grease 2.
You did.
Like that. I mean, the de-aging technology is insane. It was awesome how, I mean, like, great that was, right?
What is that? What
Like-
is that? The uncanny. There it is. The uncanny valley syndrome happens. So, because Peter Cushing's, you either really liked that he was in there, or
Yeah.
you did not like the technology
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
using.
Yeah.
There was a big divide on that.
Well,
because
I'm okay with using the technology to make the actual person younger. It's weird, like you said, to take the technology and put a person there that's not there.
Right,
All right,
That's a little
exactly.
more
All right,
weird,
when the
you
technology
know?
was still in its infancy,
Yeah.
Tron Legacy, to
Yeah.
make
Oh.
the actor look younger,
Yeah.
he still looked like a face of rubber when it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. But not now. When you see Ant-Man and the Wasp, it is insane
Yeah.
how incredible this
Wow.
technology is now.
It's exciting.
And you know they've mastered it because Captain Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson, and Coulson there, Clark Gregg, they're
Yeah.
25 years younger through the entire film, not just a couple scenes,
Yeah.
through the
Ooh.
entire film.
Yeah, so
the
that's gonna have to-
And the technology must be good because Michael Douglas has been petitioning Marvel now to do a prequel with Hank Pym.
Oh,
You
shit.
know, thinking, no, I can be the young Hank
Yeah.
Pym, original Ant-Man in a whole movie. Let's do this.
It's fine.
So it must be pretty good.
That would be pretty fun.
It would
Yeah.
be. I
Yeah.
would love to see the original Ant-Man and Wasp, like
Hell yeah.
you know?
I
And then they
agree.
could, bring back Tony's dad
Mhm.
and have them at odds with each other. That'd be awesome.
Exactly. And go on the Goliath story.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Be
It'd
great.
It would be a lot of fun.
Maybe
but yeah,
Especially
to the
'cause
next
of-
phase. We don't know.
you never know.
Because those Soviet type era movies do make a lot of
They
bank.
do.
Just
Yeah.
looking at Atomic
See?
Blonde, that
Yeah.
movie was badass.
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
They do.
Exactly. But anyway, Harrison Ford.
Harrison
Stop.
Ford.
Harrison Ford,
Stop.
no,
Stop.
You're old, bro.
If you saw Last
Get off
Jedi,
my plane.
Stop.
Exactly.
get off my movie
Was
set.
it just me? And I love Harrison Ford and everything.
I do
but I'm
too.
worried about him. I mean, was it just me, or was Han a little like incoherent
He
and
looked
just like
rough.
not there?
Yeah, he was rough.
Like, and if you see him in interviews lately, he's just very like.
I think
is
he's
he
hilarious
okay?
now. He's probably
I mean,
just loaded.
I still like it. Like,
Fuck it.
who was the talk show host that gave him a
Jimmy
ton of
Kimmel interviews
money?
are great.
I have no idea.
They,
I
they
don't
gave
know.
him a bunch of money on set to try getting some information about a new Star Wars movie. He took some money, puts it in there, and goes, "Yeah, I heard they're making a new one."
No, that's not.
I think when,
Like,
when, he
thank you.
when he was promoting the DVD release of The Force Awakens, he stopped and asked Jimmy Kimmel, was like, "Do you know how much money you can make on reverse mortgages?"
Yeah. Well, that's next.
gold
He's about
mine.
that age.
Yeah.
He'll be a spokesman for something. Health insurance or reverse
Yeah.
mortgages. He's
You,
about
sh-
there.
you show up for work for 20 years,
I'm
then he just
Harrison
lets
Ford.
you go.
and I get my reverse mortgages from Mortgage One Capital.
And you'll see him like advocate for like Viagra. Like,
Yeah.
Leia likes
Yeah.
the blue pill.
When I was in
Wait,
6 days, 7 nights, I used the blue
Weren't you
pill.
promoting The Force Awakens the last time of year? What the hell? I apparently have nothing else to do.
Exactly.
I think he's great now.
Viagra. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Much more entertaining than he was in a.
Not quite hitting warp speed
kind of a
as the
block of light.
Millennium Falcon
Yeah.
anymore. There's a pill for that.
That's funny shit.
Callista walks in.
Yes.
Oh,
Everybody
Oh,
forget what
dear.
Callista's like. What? How many years younger?
I don't even know.
God
to be
bless
honest.
Solo's still getting it
I
done.
know,
apparently.
right?
I'm just
Like-
saying.
That shit's crazy. But as I'm sure everyone has seen all across the U.S., all across the globe, the Thailand soccer team has all been rescued from the cave. Thank goodness. We're all
Yay.
very happy about that. But guess
Yeah.
what, guys? There's already movie producers and television producers
Hell
there
yeah.
starting this story so they can get it into production. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's awesome.
That's
I
like
mean-
no,
real quick.
no, that just makes me feel bad. Just like, okay, you were trapped in this tunnel. You thought certain doom was going to happen, that you might die. Now you get out. You're with your family.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of movie producers and screenwriters are coming over trying to shadow you all of a sudden,
Yeah,
trying to
but,
get
you
your
know,
life story. But
It's
like,
a great story, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a great.
it
and,
is, but it's like, let them recover. a
Rest
little
for a
bit.
second.
Let
Yeah,
start writing.
give
your,
them a month.
Your outline, and
Exactly.
then make it.
And what was it? Thailand, right?
Thailand, yeah.
Can I just say, who knew that Thailand had Navy SEALs?
Exactly.
Like what?
And
kudos to the
have
Thailand
you-
Navy
and that
SEAls for
one-
getting
Have
them
you
out,
seen
right?
anything about the
58 more days till the
president
NFL
of that
starts.
country?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do it.
58 more days to the NFL starts.
There you go. 58
oh,
days.
you looked it up.
Dak who? Let's hope it's our year.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
It will be.
He's no longer throwing up the X
And
in Dallas.
No.
oh yeah, I just realized that there's no Dallas love over there.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
no,
no,
he's
there's-
just Des Bryant's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
How
Yeah.
did we get to football?
I have
That
no
was really
idea.
Weird.
Oh, we were talking about soccer.
Thailand Navy
we were-
SEAls football.
Oh, we
Like,
were-
that's
we were
what I
on
did.
top
We
of
were
it.
just talking about soccer, and I just like, all right.
Oh, we were talking about the
football.
Navy SEAls, and I was gonna say,
I didn't-
one
I-
passed trying to rescue the boys, and
Yeah.
that kind of made news for like a day, but still, I
Right.
mean, we're thankful for him for attempting to rescue,
Right.
and he went
Yeah.
on a Facebook Live or whatever before he went on. He was like, "Yes, we're gonna get these boys home." So that was really cool, and I hope they in the movie or in the TV show, I hope they use his character well.
Yeah, I hope so too. And it's funny, bring it back to a little subject, but are we going to have controversy? Are they going to hire American actors
Oh
to
my
play
God.
the Thailand Navy SEAls? Like, you know, I mean, it's
And
like
Brad
you know,
Pitt as the
And
captain.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah. It's
Tom
all-
Cruise.
It's all blonde-haired white boys that are trapped in the tunnel. I mean, or in the cave or
Oh,
whatever.
hope
like,
not.
you know,
no.
It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Like-
that
Stuck in
should,
this tunnel.
that should
Gotta
be
get out of this tunnel.
interesting. Oh my goodness.
No, seriously, it's a great story, and it's
Yeah.
great to hear that they all survived. And did you guys hear about this one though? That Elon Musk took pieces of the rockets,
Yeah.
the disposable rockets that he shoot, and built like this submarine.
Oh shit.
Like a cylinder type child submarine
I did
to
not
go
see
through
that.
there
No.
and brought it over there for them to use in the event that they weren't able to get them out with the divers.
Yeah.
And that they could put these kids into this thing and like bring. They ended up not using it, but I mean, he spent
Oh,
God
shit.
knows how much
Damn.
money to develop and build this thing.
Yeah.
And personally bring it over there.
Damn.
And then I guess he said he left it there in case they ever need it in the future.
Yeah.
Elon Musk
Okay.
just wants to be a superhero.
I mean,
so
so
bad.
But you know what? I mean,
he wants to go into space.
Yeah.
He wants to do anything he can
Space
to
Force.
save the
Space
world.
Force.
Oh
Right.
no!
Oh goodness.
But kudos to him. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people wouldn't have cared.
I had five.
It's going to be a
friends-
great space force.
I had five friends. They want to re-enlist just so they can get a part of Space
Yeah,
Force.
he doesn't
Dude.
want to be stationed on the moon.
For
bro.
sure. Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh.
Scott was one of them.
We're going to
Moon-based
put a
force.
wall up out on in the atmosphere over the United States.
Hell yeah.
I'm stationed at Moon Base 1.
We do not want space Mexicans.
Oh my gosh. We will put up a wall, a space wall.
Because they're always in outer space trying to sell space oranges.
Space.
They're taking all the jobs in outer space.
I'm sorry, that's so terrible and racist.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
So anyway,
All right, so
We're all
music.
friends here. We're all friends
Drake.
here.
Drake with his newest double album, Scorpion, is setting records. 7 simultaneous singles
Singles.
on the top billboards.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10. Yes, that's right. And he also broke the Beatles record that they had 6 songs. And he also broke a Michael Jackson record for the most hits on the Hot 100.
Hell yeah.
He had 31 songs. Michael Jackson had 30 songs.
There
so
it is.
I think it plays heavily with streaming.
No, clearly. And I think we
Yeah.
talked about this
And
a little
Apple
bit
Music.
a couple weeks ago with Apple Music and Billboard, and now how they're including streaming in the charts.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
awesome.
think that's-
I
yeah.
definitely,
I think that's going to
think-
change the landscape of
I
music
do too.
on
it
the
just
top
goes
10
to show you
hits
how
and
I'm not up on current music than I am. It's like it just happened to be that day. I think the day before that album was dropped that I posted a meme about Drake being the Nickelback of rap.
Oh shit! I think I saw that, but I didn't realize it was
And
And
before.
then the
That's
next
so
day,
funny.
like, yeah, Drake Scorpion drops today. It's like, wow, that was perfect timing.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, a lot going down in music. I mean, you got Drake adding to his chart records and Billboard records, and Chris Brown adding to his criminal
oh
records.
my god!
again threw a beat down on somebody. I mean, it's like, way to go, Chris. All right,
Well,
buddy.
at least he wasn't hitting a woman, or was he?
I don't
think
know.
so.
That- I don't think so this
Like,
time.
I don't think it was a woman, but come on, man.
Because
You
if you
learned
didn't
nothing-
learn
think
from
Rihanna could
Rihanna,
whip his
learned
ass, and
nothing
that's
from
probably
Rihanna.
what happened.
Yeah, but like not to beat women, then now he doesn't know not to beat
Nah,
anybody.
He just beats
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
It's just don't hit anybody, bro.
Yeah,
Like, just
exactly.
go
Well,
to anger
But it wasn't a
management.
chick.
And speaking of Drake, him and Chris Brown have like actually got into an altercation into a
Yeah.
club one time, and
Yeah.
like police had to
Shocker.
be called. Yeah,
Shocker.
I think Chris Brown
I
could
No.
think Chris Brown has an anger management
dude, he
problem.
really does.
know.
I
I think
watched
Chris
his
Brown could take a
big
documentary.
one.
I watched his documentary that he
Drake
put
is
out
just
like
really,
a year
really,
ago, basically to sympathize with have the world sympathize with him
Right.
because of the whole Rihanna
seems like a
stuff.
really sensitive
and
guy.
it didn't happen.
No,
no.
I mean, I
call
might
him
be
Diet
wrong.
Lil Wayne.
I might be wrong about this, and but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Wasn't Chris Brown like back in the day a guest on the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, like on the Disney Channel? I swear to God, I think. He
Hold on,
was.
we'll look it up. I got
gotta have to
it
look
right here.
I'm pretty sure he was on. I think it was Sweet Life. He was on one of
Hey,
those
what
Disney
if-
shows, and I'm thinking Chris
Yeah.
Brown. Like what?
Yeah, because he started when he was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Chris
so-
Brown.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. These
Oh.
crazy people, man.
It's true.
Crazy people.
I mean, you get to a spot, it just goes to show you, you know.
See, known
success.
for-
hmm
Like, I mean,
I don't know one of these movies. Okay.
None of them. But anyway, it is time,
Actor.
guys. It's time for the top 5.
Oh my gosh. the
Top 5 Marvel
I'm
movies.
Not ready.
Not ready. Oh shit.
I'll be
Who-
last.
You need to be-
Yeah,
See, I still have to think too.
right,
Oh, there's
good.
so many great ones.
So Cam, you weren't here.
Yep,
first
there
of
it
all
is.
last time, so-
Yeah, let's
Okay.
Is
let's
it there? Is it there?
Yes.
on there.
Hold on. The suit life of Zack and Cody.
Sweet Life.
Sweet Life. Suit Life. No.
Oh, it
Suit
is
Life.
Suit Life?
Sweet.
Suit-
It's
Sweet Life.
SUITE,
The Sweet
like,
Life.
Yes.
Yeah, the suite of a hotel.
Oh,
Yeah, suite
I
of a
see.
hotel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
No,
knew it.
you're good, bro. I'm in the
knew
same
it.
boat. We're
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
like,
same
The
I
word
call
of the
that
day
suit.
today is sweet.
Like, I'm gonna. Yeah, there it is. So Sweet Life.
2008 season.
There it is.
Damn.
There it is.
And I'm just gonna let you know the reason I know that because I like.
Just say you have a
Because
daughter.
you had a
Just
young
say you have a
kid 10
daughter.
years ago.
Just say you have a daughter.
One, I have a daughter, but anybody who's known me for a long time also knows.
Will Nichols watched My Little Pony.
He also was
without
on an
his
episode
daughters.
of Tosh
Shots
4.0.
fired.
Damn.
Anybody who knows me and has known me for a while, I'm a huge Jeopardy fan, and I will lock useless information away. Like, cause when that shit hits,
Yeah.
like Chris Brown was on fucking Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Bling, bling, bling.
Like, I knew it.
It's just
And
like-
because you had a
And because I
9-year-old
had a
daughter in
daughter, yeah,
2008.
that too.
But
That should be. You should
In
lead with that.
2011, he was on an episode of Tosh.0.
Really?
Oh.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Tosh was
Yeah.
fantastic in
Yeah.
concert, by the way.
Was he?
If you've never seen him live,
Oh,
he's just
shit.
brilliant. Yeah, dude,
That's awesome.
so
Chris
freaking
Brown,
funny.
Fine China.
Oh my
that's
All
it.
right, back to Marvel top
Marvel.
5.
See, I'm still
Lil
thinking.
Cam is first because you weren't here in person last
Or
time.
if you three want to do your best movies, because Jason hasn't done
I
his
got my
movies.
best movies on already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
for who wasn't here, yeah,
Now, I gotta bear in mind that this is not genre related. This is just.
yeah, no.
Overall,
Okay, this is
Marvel
not
movies.
this week's topic.
No, this
No,
was just
yeah,
because
this
I,
is last
because
week.
Jason
because
missed
I came
one.
up with the idea and I overslept.
Yeah, exactly. At least you're so honest.
What kind of happens when my alarm was set for PM instead of AM?
Oh, that happens to me all the time.
All right,
bro.
go ahead.
All right,
What you
well, number 5 is I'm gonna go from my all-time favorites. Like it's a tie, just like anybody else, but it's not a tie of like one or two. It's because actually when he was bringing up Wolf of Wall Street as one of his,
Love
I
it.
was like, yeah, I can't stop at Wolf of Wall Street. It's got to be it's Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas,
Oh, my
Casino,
yes.
The Departed.
Oh, The Departed. I forgot about that
It was
one
like
too.
all. Any,
I took that from the library, but the disc was so bad I
Got to
couldn't
be
watch it.
is number 5.
Didn't you basically just break your own rule though? Because a modern Scorsese film is like The Godfather back in the day.
Yeah, but
You just broke your own damn rule.
no, I
bro.
didn't.
Like,
Oh no.
just keep listing your 5. Go.
So-
yeah, go.
All right,
Yeah, last week he didn't
my
name
number
off his
4 is
top
Remember
five
the Titans.
That's a good one.
And that would be probably the among aside from E.T. Or Remember the Titans as a grown person, that's one of the few movies that actually kind of got to me.
Yeah.
I didn't weep or anything, but it was kind of
Yeah.
misty-eyed.
Definitely.
Dark Knight be number 3.
Yes.
And it's only number 3 because the number 1 and 2 are just
Epic.
unbeatable for me. 7 is number 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well, because to me it's just indefinable. the writer started writing it when he was 16.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
just whatever. A Few Good Men is number one,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and
Few
it's
Good Men is-
and
yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's nothing. Even the worst actor in that movie is great.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hell yeah.
Well, the guy Wolfgang, the guy that played the black guy, the private,
Yeah.
the corporal guy, he was a stand-in.
Yeah.
Really? I
It's
didn't
like,
know that.
He was a stand-in, and the guy that couldn't get his apparently got sick or couldn't get his lines right, and
Yeah.
Rob Reiner put him on. So it's like, yeah, well, he read the lines and he just gave him the job.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's only been in like 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
shit.
I mean, it just goes to show you, like Aaron
Yeah.
Ray, being the stand-in on Grey's Anatomy. There, it's just if you do what you do, be where you
Exactly.
gotta be, and
It was
look at what
the,
happened.
it was
Exactly.
the first movie I ever really appreciated Tom Cruise as an actor.
Tom.
Yeah.
I will say Tom Cruise did a great job in it.
I know. I have a love-hate relationship with Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Well, no,
he's-
I mean,
mostly
yeah.
hate
80s
relationships.
Tom
It's
Cruise.
like rarely can like
80s Tom Cruise is a whole
stand.
different thing for me. 80s Tom Cruise was just every movie was exactly the same,
Yeah.
just a different setting. Top Gun and Cocktail were the same thing, only
Same
different
character,
different.
I mean,
settings.
we gotta look because we're getting here. We're
Yeah.
getting here in time, but. I gotta say though, now that you brought up Top Gun, and I'm just gonna interject this really quick, and it has nothing to do with our favorite top fives or whatever, but I love Miles
Maverick.
Teller. I just think he's fantastic, but he's totally not Goose's son.
No.
Horrible casting idea.
Agreed.
I just want to
Horrible.
see Val Kilmer squeeze his
Hell yeah. this
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Badass.
Into it.
Like,
to a fight scene this time.
More like ice sculpture now
Yeah,
instead of ice man. But,
God.
but
All right, so am I doing my 5?
all right.
if
Well,
you
I thought
have it-
Emily was jumping.
Okay,
on the
go ahead,
top
go ahead,
five. Okay.
That was just my 5
All right.
favorite movies.
Okay, that's Jason's catch-up deal there.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
it's this week's favorite top 5, and it's Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Okay, but see, I like all the Marvel films, so I basically just had to pick 5 and roll with it.
I would agree with you. So
Okay, so I'm gonna go from 5 to 1.
Okay, 5 to 1,
So
5 to 1.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the
Nice.
first one,
the first one.
first one. Doctor Strange, because I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
I forgot about that.
Love him.
Well,
Anyway,
There's just so many, bro. Like, it's crazy.
I know. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Really liked that one. The first Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
and then Iron Man.
The original
the
Iron
first
Man.
Iron Man. Yeah.
That's a good list.
It is a good
That's
list.
a good list.
So-
Hell yeah.
Who's next?
Oh, man. I'll do it. Are you ready?
I can go.
Yeah,
All
Go,
right.
brother.
Now these aren't necessarily in order because they're a little out.
I feel you.
Yeah, but both Guardians I have to put at the same place
Ooh.
because I like both of them
They're
quite a
both
lot.
really good,
They're
yeah.
both a lot of fun. They
Hell
both
yeah.
have great music. Doctor Strange because again Benedict Cumberbatch. I can't get away on that one either. I can't put just the first Iron Man. I actually like 3 as my favorite Iron Man set.
Really?
Yeah, I know I'm going to be a little bit different. 2.
it took me about 5 times to watch it before I ever really liked it.
Yeah.
It took a little bit, but there's just so much going on. And
It's
I
on my
kinda
list
like,
too, bro.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah. I like it.
All right.
Now, are these just the ones done by Marvel Studios?
Yeah.
Yes.
in MCU.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
So
He was going to break out that Punisher.
Ant-Man's going to be probably my number one
Spider- it was
spot.
Spider-Man,
Really?
wasn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, Ant-Man's going to be my number
well,
one
no,
spot. Just,
but Spider-Man can be included.
No, I'm thinking you were probably thinking of Raimi.
well, Homecoming,
Spider-Man.
yeah, I would include Homecoming. I love Homecoming.
Yeah.
a
Well,
lot
yes,
in
Spider-Man
that.
Homecoming can be included in this list because it is a Marvel.
But you were probably
Studios.
thinking Raimi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That one cannot be included.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
No, but Homecoming is really awesome.
yeah, it
It is
was
awesome.
Yeah.
I just like Michael Pena and those stories.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
that-
They're
Definitely.
just so funny, and that goes like right behind, like it would be like Ant-Man, Guardians, Iron Man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Gotcha.
Homecoming. That would be the list.
Hell yeah.
All
I
right.
feel you.
Logan?
Oh, man. All right. Number 5, I have Thor Ragnarok. Number 4, I have Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 3, I have Iron Man 3. I really like Iron Man 3 because I like what he was going through, all the depression shit from after the first Avengers. Because I mean, I felt like I could connect, especially at that time. I
The
could connect
Mandarin.
with it.
And then he was trying to
I
mentor
know,
the
just
little
pissed
kid.
me
Yeah.
off.
I
Me
really
too.
like that.
I wanted to walk
relationship.
out.
Yeah, but there's
the
there's
whole
the credits
Mandarin
that
thing
kinda
that kind of
explained
made
a
me
little
mad.
bit of
but-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then number 2, the first Avengers, because I mean that one's basically a classic. And number 1, Winter Soldier. Yeah, I think Winter Soldier is fucking
Winter
amazing.
Soldier, yeah. That's,
Like-
I mean,
Yeah.
what you got?
Oh, me? Okay. Well, I was gonna put Black Panther at 5, but I forgot about Doctor Strange because it blew my fucking mind.
Doctor
Benedict
Strange
Cumberbatch?
was like, yeah.
No, it's just I watched it in 3D. I was just like, dude, if I was on acid or something.
Oh.
That'd
I'd
be so true.
I would have loved to see that movie in 3D.
I have a friend of
Oh.
mine when watched it on acid. I said, don't watch it in 3D if you're on acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that whole for the VR
Advisory.
headset so I can watch it in 3D.
Agreed.
Oh, that'd be badass.
First of all, you got to watch it sober first, just
Yeah.
to process what's going on. Anyway.
exactly.
Guardians of the Galaxy would be number 4, and that's because to me that is the most Disney,
I agree with that
Disney-like Marvel movie there
agree.
is. It's got everything. It's got action. It's got funny, and it's got it's sad.
Yeah.
you know. But Iron Man because it's the original.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 3. The Incredible Hulk because for all the turmoil and everything on that set that Edward Norton pretty much took the reins and I think it was better for that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was his idea to incorporate the TV show into the in the comic book and the same thing, and I just thought that was brilliant take on it. And Civil War because
a
it
good
was
one.
everything that I wanted to see in
Yeah.
that story.
Wait, you have a metal arm? No way!
I can't put Infinity War on there. It's not done.
Yeah, exactly.
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 I don't know that. I don't know that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta go now.
Okay, so I would agree with you. I thought I was going to be the only one that had Incredible Hulk on there, but while it's, I mean, I guess universally the least favorite for most
Yeah.
people, I thoroughly enjoyed The Incredible Hulk. I thought Ed Norton's vision has been carried well by Mark Ruffalo. I thought that it was the right interpretation of the Hulk. They finally got him right. And I loved Liv Tyler. I liked the whole storyline. I liked the interaction.
William Hurt
William Hurt
was great.
So number 5 for me, The Incredible Hulk. Number 4, I would have to go with. It's a tough one, but number 4, I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange because, like everybody, Benedict Cumberbatch and just the ultimate trippiness of that movie, I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Whoa, hands touching
yeah.
hands.
So and number 3, I will go with the original Iron Man. I mean, none of it exists without
Yeah.
the original Iron Man.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that it was brilliant, and Favreau and Downey Jr. and everybody just handled it, and it was fantastic. Number 2, I will indeed go with the original Avengers. I mean, for the first time ever in like a cinematic type, you see all the people
Yeah.
come together, and it was. And I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I was
badass,
cheering. It
yeah.
was badass, you know, and it was so perfect from start to finish, you know. I thought it was brilliant. So number 2, the original Avengers, and number 1, it's a tie because I can't pick between the two. But I think that the Russo brothers have taken a strong hold of the cinematic universe, and I think that Winter Soldier and Civil War tie for
I
me for
know.
number
Yeah.
1.
Yeah,
I think
because Civil War. I mean, Winter Soldier barely made it off the list.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
right there.
I get it.
It's Civil War.
That's how I was with Civil War.
Right.
Yeah, Civil War and Winter Soldier, though. I
But
mean,
there was so
like-
much more to Civil War that I liked. I mean, I love
But-
Winter Soldier, but
Yeah.
but Civil War had everything that the Winter Soldier didn't
But
have.
Yeah.
see, that's why I'm kind of judging them together as one film, if you will, at the top of my list because it's like what we talked about with the Avengers. To me, Civil War and Winter Soldier were just a story.
Exactly.
It was
Right.
like a continued story
Right.
of this is because they set everything up
Yeah.
in Winter Soldier for Civil War. So I really kind of like that. But to be honest, I mean, I'm a fan of all 20 of them.
Dude, they're
I mean,
great.
how can you not love Black
Exactly.
Panther? How can you not love Ant-Man and the Wasp and the original Ant-Man
Exactly.
or Spider-Man or like any of I mean honestly I am a fan of all of
Hell
them.
yeah.
Let's do a top 5 of DCEU
God.
movies because there's only like 5.
Let's see,
The Dark
number
Knight
one,
trilogy, and then
obviously.
I think
Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Number
Wonder
for me,
Woman.
my top 5 DCEU films would be Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman.
And also
Oh, Man of
Wonder Woman.
Steel.
no.
Man of Steel. Okay, we'll throw Man of Steel down there at 5, and then Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
No,
and
I
Wonder
just
Woman.
want-
Hey, after
the Dark
watching
Knight
after
trilogy.
watching Batman vs Superman 10 times, is that bad?
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not bad.
I
Took
still
me a long
haven't seen
time.
Justice League. Yeah.
It's on
Is it
Hulu.
good? Is
It's
it
on,
good?
it's, I mean,
It's on Hulu.
It's on
Oh
Hulu.
shit.
It's-
There are great parts to it.
there
Yeah.
you go. Like there are great points.
Yeah.
Like if you were to just cut a bunch of shit and just watch.
Certain
Certain scenes-
not giving anything away, but the scene where Superman comes back is probably the best scene in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the single best scene is when Flash. And I don't care, but at this point, you'll see it anyway. I
Yeah.
mean, you've probably even seen the previews of it. The single best scene for me is that scene. When,
Yeah,
when Superman
that's what I'm
comes-
talking
And when Flash recognizes that Superman's as fast or faster than he is, because he thinks he's got this shit.
Yeah.
Superman beating down on everybody and pulling the lasso and slamming, and he's like, "Oh, I got this shit," and he
And
starts
then-
it, and Superman's like.
No, he's
Looking
Superman
at
just-
him, and
he's like, it's like
"Oh,
his eyes are falling like,
shit." Yeah, and he's like,
and then
"Oh,
Ezra Miller's like,
shit." he can see me. He's as fast
Like,
as
what the
I-
fuck?
That shit was hilarious.
Oh,
I
God.
thought their whole interaction back and forth,
Yeah.
like the race at the end
Yeah.
about and I thought that whole thing was pretty entertaining. But
Oh,
all right, so yeah.
Marvel's great. That's all. Yeah.
So word of the day.
Word
What are we
of the
doing with word of the
day.
day?
Was it misinterpret?
Misinterpret.
Was
Yeah.
it what was the word on the?
Mis-
Yeah, I completely
representate?
forgot.
Oh,
Misrepresent.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
misrepresentate.
Yes.
So misinterpret. That's a good one.
It was misrepresentation is what
There
I
you
looked
go.
up.
Misunderestimate.
So it's the action or offense of giving a false or misleading account of the nature of something.
Like
She is
misrepresentate.
seeking damages on allegations of misrepresentation.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's like you going out there and putting on a cable shirt and running around in a cable truck and walking up to people and charging them for cable
Right, right.
when you're
Yeah,
not cable.
what a genius
There you
idea.
That's true.
Could use the extra money.
Hey, I'm the cable man.
All right, so let's wrap. 'Cause box office predictions.
Yes,
right?
box office predictions. New movies coming out this week. Hotel Transylvania 3, the only thing Adam Sandler is good at in the new century.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
And
Oh, come on.
Skyscraper, Dwayne The Rock Johnson with
And what
no
movie
leg.
is that? Oh, you mean Die Hard?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Die, Hard meets Towering Inferno.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
It's
It's freaking
basically-
Die Hard.
And movies that are still out worth mentioning: Incredibles 2, Jurassic World, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and The First Purge. Those are all worth it in our book. So yeah.
Yeah.
Number one this week, I think, will actually be Hotel Transylvania Summer Vacation, just because it's summertime. Parents are looking for shit to do with their kids, so they're gonna take them to that. And
I think Skyscraper.
you think Skyscraper?
Yeah, because I think there are people probably don't remember Die Hard.
Yeah. They're like,
and it's an
They
action.
love The Rock.
Yeah,
The
they
Rock
love
is
Rock,
one of the
too.
biggest people in Hollywood
There's a really
right now. We were
cool-
talking about that last
Yeah.
week. But yeah, I think number one, Hotel Transylvania with around 40 to 45 million. Number two with Skyscraper, 30 to 35 million. Number three, I think will be Ant-Man and the Wasp with 25 to 30 million. Number four, Incredibles with like 15 to 20 million. And number five, Jurassic World with like 15 to 19 million, because I just want to give number four to Incredibles 2.
I kind of agree with those.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to see Ant-Man and the Wasp drop to third, but
I
I,
know.
do think the two new movies coming out will dethrone it.
Yeah.
But it's already made a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
so it really
exactly.
doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. It's fine.
Opened at number one, made a shit ton of movie. They're good.
Yeah,
I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't really. I mean, is there that much of of promotional material for Hotel Transylvania?
I
Yeah.
haven't
Oh, yeah.
seen anything.
I
I see a
but-
lot
I've
more
seen-
shit
Do
about
you?
Skyscraper
I've
than I
seen
do.
a
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I mean, we've seen a lot more about Sky, but they have promoted Hotel Transylvania
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's awesome.
There's one other thing coming out. There's a nice little documentary of Robin Williams coming out
Really?
this week.
Did
It's
not
Come
see that.
Inside My Mind.
Inside
It has a high rating with Metascore and with
shit.
IMDb.
Well,
there you go.
I only do the ones that come to our theater. But speaking
I
of
know.
documentaries that recently just came out, I heard the Whitney Houston one's good, and I heard the Mr. Rogers one is really good.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
both are doing well.
Yeah.
Both are doing
exactly. So I'm gonna. Mr. Rogers is actually at our theater, so
well.
I might go try
and
to
I
go see
think
that one.
I'm just gonna throw a shout out because this one doesn't come out until September. But
Yo,
Dan,
yo, yo,
Dan
yo,
Fogelman,
yo, yo.
Dan Fogelman, Life Itself. If you haven't seen the trailer yet,
Yeah.
freaking watch the trailer because
Hell
if you like This Is Us,
Yeah.
you're definitely not gonna want to miss this film because. Yeah, it's from Dan Fogelman. He wrote it and he's directing it, and the cast is freaking phenomenal.
Oh,
It's
shit.
got like this crazy awesome guy, Olivia Cook, Like tons of people in it.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas, like it just, I mean, it's an amazing cast. Watch the trailer
Yeah,
and
we're
you'll be
about
like, oh shit, gotta see it.
146
Hell yeah.
and 42.
Hey, let's just go for 2 hours. We only got like
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Way to go, Dan Fogelman.
That's right. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into our show tonight. We really appreciate coming to get crazy with us. Make sure to go follow us at all of our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Facebook, The Crazy Ant Film Company, and at The Rain Gatherers, and on Twitter, Crazy Ant Films, and at Rain Gatherers on Instagram, Crazy_Ant_Films, and at The Rain Gatherers on YouTube, Crazy Ant Films. You can also catch this podcast on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music if you want to re-listen, because, I mean, we all do.
We all
Yeah.
do.
Exactly. And we have a website, crazyantfilms.com, and we have a movie review show, Is It Worth It, on our YouTube channel and on our website. But
And
anyway, guys,
merchandising coming soon.
Yes.
If you're
Coming
watching
soon.
this video instead of listening, if you're,
Yes.
you know, check it out.
hell yeah.
You can get this shirt if you want it. You can get this shirt.
For all
well,
the
not this
listeners,
shirt.
it
not
looks
this-
pretty cool.
But a shirt like
He
this.
will send you the shirt off his
Oh,
back.
don't do that.
We've got merchandising
Oh, don't
coming.
do
We're going
that,
to be
not my
launching a
ear.
store on our website, crazyantfilms.com. There's going to be Is It Worth It
He
logo
sweats a
shirts.
lot.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be Crazy Ant Films logo shirts. There's going to be
Pans.
Inside the Crazy Ant Farm logo shirts.
Yeah.
And all kinds of
Just
stuff.
all kinds
you know,
of
So
shit.
look for that really, really soon. We're
There's going to
excited
be
about that.
pans, frying pans.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be
pants.
all kinds of stuff.
gonna be-
We'll put that anywhere. Like,
We'll put it on
Golf balls.
glasses.
You can put them on golf balls. And
Bathing
Seriously, though,
shorts.
And huge shout out to two people.
Tubes.
Huge shout out to two people because we get asked all the time about our amazing logo. So Tavia Marinovich, who wasn't
Yes.
able to be here today,
Yes.
but she'll be back next week. Don't worry. She designed our logo, and it's been nothing but huge success for us. Everybody loves it. They ask about it all the time. They think the ant is really cute. And then Eric Larson from That Show with Those Guys in Bourbon Bay Radio took that and kind of expanded and made a little cartoon character, which has become our
Mascot.
mascot, Bonk,
Bonk.
short for Bonkers, because
Yeah.
he's a crazy ant.
Yeah.
And so Eric Larson, Tavia Marinovich, awesome guys. We love both the logo and our crazy ant, Bonk, and just awesome job, guys. Thank
Hell
you for
yeah.
that. By the way, did you see the crazy ants in Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah, I
They were the
did.
ones-
Yeah.
They were the giant
Yeah.
yellow crazy
Yeah.
ants eating up the electronics.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear you mention
Exactly.
something.
Oh,
like
Yeah.
that.
That out at
Crazy
some
ants
point.
in Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Oh,
baby.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
That's why I put Ant-Man #1, and then no one caught on.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny. But anyway, guys, stay crazy, my friends. Oprah.
Oprah, we love Oprah.